it's time to judge
Not
myself.
fucking too late. You're right goddamn hell on time. Welcome to the CODcast, episode 26. Woohoo! We fucking did it. As always, have a great fucking show for you today, man. Chock full. And something looks different about me. What is it? Can't put my finger on it. So apparently, I have discovered Snapchat filters, and so this is gonna get old real quick for you motherfuckers, because I'm just gonna Snapchat the shit myself. Hear me with the makeup on. How I look? Let's try me with the cowboy hat on. Here we go. Raise my hat up. Howdy, partner. Raise my eyebrows up. Whoop. My mustache is curling. Partner. Let's see what else we got. And now I'm a tree, because this is the future. You know, we thought we were going to have flying cars by now, but no. Instead, we have filters that make us a tree. So this is happening. Yay, progress. And why so serious? This was cool like back in the day, but not so much. And then some days you have those days and you're like, ah, but then you're like, okay, but then you're like, ah, but then you're fine. And then all of a sudden you're like, ah. So yeah, that's cool. And my favorite ones are the makeup ones though, because they make me look pretty. I'm fabulous. Fabulous. Hell yeah. Ready for RuPaul's. If you can't love yourself, how the fuck you gonna love somebody else? Can I get an amen? Probably not. What does this one do? Oh, got big eyes. Hey, notice me, senpai. Notice me. And this is just regular black makeup. Yeah. Sexy, rocking it. What else we got here? This one says to smile. Get off. Fuck you. Smile. Okay, smiling. Nothing's happening. Suck a dick. Something was supposed to happen, but it didn't. So I think I'm just going to go back to my beautiful, regular black makeup. There we go. Sexy. Thins the face and everything. Yeah, we're going to go with that. Let's see. How about this one? No. Not as good. Okay. Well, done fucking with that. As always, folks, if you want to support the show, the best way to do it is through Super Chats. We'll just go with this one for now. Super Chats. Let me get back over here. Fuck off, goddammit. Get the goddamn hell off my screen, you son of a fuck. All right, good. Excuse me for that. Patreon.com/CODcast. If you enjoy the show, please consider supporting me on Patreon. I do good work here. Most of the money I get goes to the Human Society of Mississippi Animal Sanctuary, which is pretty fucking cool. We go and we rescue dogs and cats and shit that are about to be put down, and we give them a good home. So if you like what I do, please consider supporting me on Patreon. And we're up to $343 a month. I'm rich, bitch. Hells yeah, I am. We're raking it in. And as always, the best way to, in real time, support the show is through the Super Chats. No questions asked. If you don't know how the Super Chat works, basically there's a little money sign around the where you put chats and shit. I guess that's pretty self-explanatory. And you can donate money to the show. And if you enjoy my show, please consider supporting the show, because you guys are the lifeblood of the show. Can't do this without you. And I'll read the Super Chats later. Yeah, I'm not going to read that right now. Let's go ahead and start the show. We got a good show for you today. Let me put my hat back on so I don't feel too fucking weird not having my hat on. I know it's weird seeing me in makeup without a hat on. Let's try something else right quick. Let's try a new Snapchat filter. I tried to find the one that made me a girl, but for some reason I couldn't fucking find that one. Don't really know what was up with that. I guess they don't have that for this yet, but for now, let's just make myself a pig. Here we go. All right. That looks cool and not at all terrifying in any way whatsoever. So I'll just be a pig with a hat on. There we go. Okay. Cool. This is all completely normal stuff, folks. So let's go ahead and skip over. We're going to talk about Sargon. Going to shit on Carl right off the top. Loves shitting on Carl. That's like my favorite pastime. He's had one of the most hilarious goddamn campaigns in the history. It's like, what would happen if somebody who's just a giant fucking piece of shit, who's made their entire career out of just trying to upset people for no fucking reason, ran for political office? And it went exactly as you guys would think it would be. So basically, Carl went on an interview. I don't know why he's fucking doing interviews. Doesn't seem like it's a very smart idea to me. But he went on this show, Vic Derbyshire. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. You fucking foreigners and your fucking foreign words. Speak English! Fucking English people. So he goes on there, and basically this chick is reading him messages from, I guess, his fans and stuff who are responding to his rape joke. And, of course, he's like, no, man, you can't hold me responsible for what my fans do. Yeah, I can a little bit when your entire career revolves around trying to upset people and drawing in and attracting the biggest fucking shitheads in the world. You know what you're doing. Like, you can absolutely control who you attract, and you can absolutely control who you repel by your actions and your words. You know, I've proven that myself. Now, I do have a lot of shitheads that follow me, but the shitheads that follow me know they don't follow me because they're welcome, because you're not fucking welcome. None of you are fucking welcome. You just follow me to hate follow me. So if you're hate follow me, that's a big difference. But if you're following me because you're a fucking fan and you like what I do, and you're a shithead, then that's a bit on me, to be honest with you, and that's fucking Carl's problem. So anyway, she starts out by reading Carl some of the messages that his shithead fan bases are leaving after his rape joke, his hilarious rape joke. Carl is bringing comedy
here are some
back.
Comments from your social media.
So let's listen to it. He looks so uncomfortable to us.
Pages after your video. Romy Tobinson. Well, she wants some action.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not accounting for what other people have said. I'm only going to be accountable for what I've said. I'm sorry.
But no, you are accountable when you put rape jokes out on people. Rape jokes, quote unquote. I guess if you want to call it a joke. But you know exactly what you're doing. When you have a fan base as large as you do. And you're basically putting out the message that, hey, this politician laughed at men committing suicide. I wouldn't even rape you, and put rape jokes, comments. Of course, later on he said that he might be convinced to rape her. He doesn't know if there's enough beer in the world, but he might be pressured into caving about raping her. So yes, wasn't a he wouldn't rape you joke. It was a I might rape you joke. And when you put that out there to your shitty fucking fan base that you know is fucking shitty, you know you fucking cultivated a fan base of shitty goddamn trolls. That's what the whole Keck thing is about. You know these fucking people are going to go harass this woman who you're claiming, wrongfully claiming, by the way, laughed at male suicide. So you know exactly what the fuck is going to happen. You know you know what you're attracting, and you can't sit there and say, oh man, I'm not responsible for what the fucking fans I attract are doing. Yeah, dude, you are. You're responsible for what you're putting out there. You're responsible for harassing this woman and sending your fans to harass this woman. You absolutely are. Take some fucking responsibility. Aren't these the people that are always talking about personal responsibility, personal agency? Yeah, when it comes to them, they never want to fucking take any goddamn personal agency for what the fuck they do. All right, let me hear him. Let's continue with this stupid other goddamn fucking...
Be accountable for what I've said. I'm sorry. No, that's
inappropriate. This is normalising.
Would you like some of the things that people have said to me because of watching your program?
Romy Tobinson said,
I would be fine if anybody posted messages that they said towards you from watching me, because I don't believe that anybody I attract is not going to, for the most part, are not going to be just overly shitty to you, just be shitty to you. They're going to comment about what you're fucking saying, and anybody that does act like a fucking shithead to you for like reasons that are not good reasons, or like if people were making rape comments about you or something inappropriate, then they would do that knowing that they don't have my blessing, that they're not welcome in my fan base doing that. So I have no problem with that. The reason you have a problem with that is because you know that you attract shitty people because you're a shitty human being.
Says, in response to your video, well, she wants some action. I've had a chat with a brewery and they'll find the beer. I've ordered a paper bag. I think you will need it. You will have to buckle down and think of England.
Yeah, I mean, that's person has clearly watched his video where he said, I'm not sure if there's enough beer in the world for me to rape her, but I might be pressured into it. I might cave. They clearly watched that video and they're commenting. They're a friend of yours. They're saying, hey, we got the beer. We got a paper bag because this girl's so ugly that you'll need a paper bag to rape her with. That's exactly what you would expect from your fans. And hey, Carl, they're just joking, right? They're all just joking because you're here to save comedy, and this is all so fucking funny. It's so fucking funny when your fans go and tell a sexual abuse survivor that they're going to put a paper bag on their head and drink a lot of beer before they rape her. It's so funny, Carl. Oh my God, you're a comedic genius. Thank you for saving comedy, Carl. God, folks.
I am not AN says, honest question here, mate. Would you rape Jess Phillips?
I don't believe that these are real.
I don't believe these are real.
They are.
You're just making these up. My fan base would never do something like that. My fan base, you set up a fan base around literally the idea of co-opting the Nazi fucking flag to upset people. You created a fan base based around fucking trolls whose entire shtick is to upset people. Now you're going to say, I don't believe these fucking trolls that make up primarily my fan base went out and fucking said this shit. Really, really, Carl? Really? Nobody believes that. You know this is fucking real. You know this is how your fan base is. You interact with these people every fucking day. You know that's how they are. Why you lying, Carl? Why you lying? Because you're on TV and you're embarrassed and you're trying to fucking weasel your way out of this shit. There ain't no weaseling your way out of what you said, Carl. There's no weaseling your way out of your career and your fan base. Own that shit, brother.
Prove to me.
Trevor Cedars.
Why are you making up comments that other people have apparently said?
Why are you making up comments that other people have apparently said? There's some good logic for you there, Carl. Why are you reading to me what my fans have said? Why are you making up what my... No one's making this up, Carl. They're reading you directly what your own fans have fucking said because you're a piece of shit that draws pieces of shit. Oh, God.
Jess wants action now. Rapey action, I'll wager. You are normalising this kind of language.
I'm normalising jokes, yes.
Your deputy...
Yeah, jokes about... Not funny jokes. Jokes, quote unquote. I mean, jokes usually are supposed to be funny, I guess. But I guess you can call anything a joke, right? You can literally say anything, you know. I'm going to sneak in your house tonight and rape the shit out of you while you're asleep. I'm just joking. Why can't you see how funny that is?
I want comedy to come back to this country. Because the BBC is doing everything they can to kill it off.
Oh, God. Carl is the savior of fucking comedy, isn't he? Is there anything funny about Carl? I mean, I'm sure there are some people that find Carl funny, but, like... None of this comes off as really jokes to me. I mean, I understand maybe he's trying to, I don't know. This comes out of this smarmy used car salesman douchebag. But anyway, so then she goes on to actually read him messages from rape survivors and sexual assault survivors who watched his video, watched the latest one where he said, hey, I might be convinced to rape this girl. I'm not sure there's enough beer in the world, but hey, there might be enough pressure and maybe I'll cave on my stance of not raping her. And so they basically read comments directly from rape survivors. And Carl looks really uncomfortable. At one point, he like shifts in his seat. And he like straightens his jacket up, and you can tell he's not comfortable. But you shouldn't be comfortable.
May not seem a lot to a bloke like him, but to me,
start it over here. Look at his face. I have made a horrible error. I should have never come on this show. What is this on his forehead? I don't know what that is, but looks like he might be sweating a little bit. I don't know, Carl. I'd be sweating if I were you too.
Honestly,
oh, no, it's not.
This makes my stomach churn.
Silence. Why is it silent? Don't be silent. Your video, you should have audio.
How does he find this acceptable? Comments like this may not seem a lot to a bloke like him, but to me, jokes about what I went through feel like a bullet.
He looks really uncomfortable.
That's from a 31-year-old male lot to a bloke like him. But to me, jokes about what I went through feel like a bullet. That's from a 31-year-old male survivor of sexual violence in Northampton.
And from a mid-20s female survivor, she thanked me for making jokes like that.
How do you respond to that?
That's Carl. Women thank me all the time for making jokes about them being raped. Like, I have rape victims come up to me all the time, and they're like, finally, because of you, Carl, I can laugh about my rape. Never has been a funnier subject matter. I am saving comedy. It's like, so funny.
Year-old male survivor of sexual violence in Northampton.
And from a mid-20s female survivor, she thanked me for making jokes like this.
How do you respond to that?
I respond to that by saying, you've been lied to. You are misrepresenting what's happening.
This man
you are misrepresenting what's happening.
This man has watched your video. He's read your comments.
I don't.
How do you respond to what he says?
And the way that you report the comments is farcical.
I don't think he has. He references your video. The guy definitely fucking watched your video and has commented about your video. But Carl's like, I don't think he has. I don't believe you. I don't believe any of this. I don't believe anything's happening in the world. What the fuck? Where am I right now? Who am I? What is a Sargon, dude? Like, take responsibility. These people watched your video. They found it incredibly disturbing. Like, I mean, all right, let's just keep going.
I'll read you another one. The lack of empathy here from someone seeking public office is sickening. Rape is not funny. As a survivor, I'm angry.
There are two sides to every question, and I am empathizing with the other side.
May I finish, please? As a survivor, I'm angry because it's comments like this.
There are two sides. People that pick the sides of the rape victims and people that pick the other side. I'm just representing the other side. The other side opposed to the rape victims, okay? Why can't you people see that? I'm in the right here.
That would have prevented me telling anyone what happened to me. And I probably wouldn't be here today without that help. That's from a female survivor, aged 28, from London.
But you don't care about the survivor that talked to me. You only care about the survivors that bolster your narrative. Those survivors who are on my side on this issue, you ignore completely. You pretend they don't exist.
You said you've spoken to one person.
I don't think anybody pretends they don't exist. I'm sure that there are some survivors of sexual assault that think it's fine that you say that you might be talked into, pressured into raping a woman. I'm sure there are black people that are okay with black jokes, right? Racist jokes. Like Jesse Lee Peterson thinks the civil rights movement was bad for black people. I'm sure with your audience and the amount of shitty human beings that you attract, you have found a couple people that are okay with you making rape jokes, Carl. But obviously there are a lot of rape victims and sexual assault victims that think that when you say, I could be convinced to go rape a politician you don't like, that is inappropriate, dude. Like, what the fuck? Like, why can't you just admit it, dude? See, what you should have just done is come out and you should have said, hey, yeah, I was just trying to be an edgy fuck. Okay, that's my job. And sometimes I go overboard and I feel bad about it. Like, I don't think that was the best thing for me to say. And if I could go back in time and do it again, I would not say that. But instead, you double down on it over and over again. It pretend like you're some kind of savior of comedy, and this is some kind of noble thing you're doing. It's not noble, Carl. You're just a fucking shitty human being.
In one town, I've spoken to other people in other towns in the Southwest tour that I'm doing.
And they're all survivors of rape.
Or sexual assault, yes.
Rape Crisis, the charity say.
Can I ask? Hang on, look. Right. I know what.
No.
I know.
This is what
I know,
Rape Crisis say.
But you're not getting to the core of the issue. This is very surface level interrogation.
They are getting to the core of issues. About to reach what Rape Crisis Hotline says about people that just flippantly laugh and joke about, rapes and shit. He's about to tell you right now. Listen, Carl. Just shut the fuck up and listen for a second, including me. I guess I should do that.
Rape Crisis say this: experiences of rape and sexual violence and abuse are much more common than most people realise. Material that normalises, trivialises or attempts to get laughs out of sexual violence can be humiliating and upsetting for survivors. So-called rape jokes are not just insensitive, hurtful and disrespectful. They are damaging.
Yes, I'm aware of the politically correct narrative around this.
I'm aware of this. I'm aware that many rape victims say that what I'm doing hurts them. I'm aware that the information, the science out there that has done studies on this shows that this is very disturbing and hurtful to rape victims. But that's just political correctness, okay? Not making rape jokes is political correctness, all right? Not saying that you might be willing to rape somebody with enough beer or if enough people pressured you. That's just political correctness not to say that, people. Don't you understand? Yes, I understand completely, Carl. To you, political correctness is just not acting like a shithead, but to us, it's just you don't have to fucking be a shithead to people. You don't have to be like that. You could just be a normal, nice, decent human being, and people that expect you to be that way aren't politically correct assholes. We're just normal, decent human beings, and we would like you to come join us. But you won't because, that's your career. Your career is to be a bad person, and you're amazing at it.
But there is another narrative that I suppose we can call the non-politically correct one that I support. I think it's a lot more empowering not to be controlled by jokes. I think that owning jokes and laughing at them as a point... Why are you interrupting me? Why are you interrupting me now? Come on.
I'm interested that you won't accept that survivors of rape and sexual violence find what you've done to be incredibly hurtful.
And you won't accept that survivors of sexual violence find what I've done empowering.
So many rape survivors out there find Carl's jokes about how he might rape somebody so empowering. Oh my God. I was feeling so bad about being raped, Carl, but then when you said you might cave on your stance of not raping this MP that you don't like, suddenly I was so empowered. I was like, holy shit. Now I feel so much better about being brutally raped. Thank you, Carl. You're such a fucking hero, aren't you? Good grief, Carl. Come on, dude. Get your shit together. So sad that this guy is fucking popular. 1 million subs on YouTube, but this is the toxic troll culture that I talk about continuously. This is one of the fathers of it. This is why things have gotten so out of hand, and it's just sad to see and absolutely ridiculous. This guy won't take responsibility for fucking shit. But anyway, what do you guys think about Carl and Carl's campaign? Let me know. I'm going to read some super chats real quick. Super chats, lifeblood of the show, super chats. Appreciate it. Jay Hansen, $5. Will you do another video where you watch videos on people who criticize you like you did with the Cult of One CODcast? Yeah, if you guys got like videos, they have to be like to the point and actually, good, solid criticism and entertaining. If they're boring and shit, I don't really want to watch them because, I don't want to put on boring shit for you guys. But if you guys come across videos of people shitting on me that you think are actually entertaining and that I could watch, I had no problem watching it. Like, I get shit on all the time. It doesn't really have much of an effect on me. And like, they might say something that is logical, right? They might own me and show me mistakes in my logic or mistakes in my argument, which I'm completely fine with. Like, I'm definitely not perfect, folks. Like, I talk mad shit all the time, and a lot of times I say really fucking stupid shit because I'm a hairless ape, you know? I'm just a dumb motherfucker trying to figure this shit out just like everybody else is. I'm not a genius. I'm not a guru. And so I'm wrong a fucking lot. I'll own up to that shit in a heartbeat, man. Especially if I get better information than the information I have. I got no choice, right? And I don't want to say Annalise. Annalise, is that how you pronounce it? $1, thank you very much. Pura Bear, $2. Use the cowboy one and convert us to Christianity. All right, just because you asked, I will put the cowboy one on. Yeehaw, pardon. I got two. How about this one? How about the one with the big beard? She got legs, and she knows how to use them. She got legs. I was named after the bass player of ZZ Top, Dusty Hill. True story. My dad was a big fan when I was a kid. Well-liked ass man, almost an Asian. Well-liked ass man, give me 99 cents. They gave me another 99 cents because he really likes that ass. It's well-liked. Ali Galactic, give me $5. Hey, Dusty, looking good. Glad I could catch your stream. Thanks again for help on Twitter and a couple nights ago. No problem. Always happy to help out if I can. Really appreciate it. HS Ross, give me $20 Canadian. Thank you, HS Ross. Very kind of you. Andrew Yang discussed automation destroying jobs and depressing incomes in the middle of the country and rural areas for 40 years. Have you seen this in your community? And do you think UBI and or Green New Deal would help? Yeah, I'm for the UBI. I think obviously that automation is going to take 80% of the jobs. It's happening. Like I'm already a part of this. When I go to Walmart and they'll say, "Don't shop in Walmart, Dusty." I live in Mississippi. There is no choice. There's nowhere else to shop around here but Walmart. So anyway, but I do the self-checkout, and so even I am killing jobs for the local people, but it's just so much faster and easier. I would just walk out the front door. Like, eventually that's what it'll be. It'll be like all the products you buy have like RFID chips on them, and then you'll have an RFID chip on you, and you just be able to walk out of the store and automatically scan all your groceries and automatically charge you without having to do anything. That's going to be like 10 years from now, that'll be like it is for everybody. So yes, obviously automation is going to take all our jobs, and we're going to need something to give people money to buy shit, because like, how are we going to, what's the use? What's the use? Nobody's having any fucking money. If robots are making everything, we can't buy the products the robots are making. We're going to have something, and I think Yang's plan is, fairly good. I don't think Yang is going to be president, but it's a good start, and I think the conversation is good to have. So thank you for that, HS Ross. Rowdy Bites, $4.99. Says nothing. Thank you, Rowdy Bites. Pretty late. Megan Core, $2. Pig Filter Dusty versus Pig Puncher. Yeah, I forgot that was up there. That was kind of terrifying, wasn't it? Terrifying Pig Filter. Reality by Parker Guire says, hey, there's a dude. I can't see what the fuck this is. Hey, there's a dude. Oh, hey there, dude. I want to help out a bit. Keep doing you, and all the trannies, including me, will stand. I appreciate that. I seem to be attracting a lot of people from the transgender, and I know trannies are not transgender. I know the difference. I watched every episode of RuPaul's Drag Race, so I know the difference, but I've kind of become like a little fixture in the tranny/transgender community. So I welcome you guys, and I appreciate you supporting me. You guys are really fucking cool. And thank you very much. Let me change this filter to something else, something less. And okay, now a llama, because that's the way the future is now. The future is we're just llamas talking about things on maybe this is an alpaca. I don't know what the difference between an alpaca and a llama is. I'm sure there is some kind of difference. But anyway, on with the fucking show. Next up, we have we're gonna talk about, what are we gonna talk about? I think we're done talking about Carl Benjamin. Let's see what this is. Have we shit on Carl Benjamin enough already? I think we might have. Oh, yeah. Did you know Carl got milkshaked? Apparently, that's a new thing. People go around throwing milkshakes on right-wing douchebags.
Fucking A! Yes!
Fucking A, Carl. You got milkshake, bro. They threw a milkshake all over you. I don't know if they actually threw milk on him or a milkshake. But anyway, that's the new thing. They've been doing that to... the fuck is that other guy they did that to? Can't remember what his name is, but yep, there's Carl. His milkshake brings other boys in the yard, damn right. It's better than yours, damn right. It's better than yours. He could teach you, but he'd have to charge. And he got some jugs too. Carl's got some jugs, so I don't doubt he's got a little milkshake going on. You go, Carl, with your milkshake. So sexy. And so now let's shit on Paul Joseph Watson a little bit. There's no Paul Joseph Watson this is a true story. He got named in 2 different trials for white supremacist terrorists in this country. So let me just, I'll look at what happened and I'll read you what I had to say. In at least 2 instances, Watson's social media content has been presented as evidence in murder trials involving the targeted killing of Muslims. His Twitter account was among a handful of far-right accounts frequented by Alexander Bisonette. That's how you pronounce it. The man who killed 6 Muslims at a Quebec City mosque in January 2017. This is also the same guy who visited Ben Shapiro's Twitter more than any other account. So these are the people that are inspiring these people. During his sentencing hearing, the prosecution presented evidence showing that Bisonette visited Watson's Twitter account 21 times in the month before he shot up the mosque. In the trial for Darren Osborne, the man who killed 1 person after plowing a van into a group of Muslim worshippers outside a London mosque in June 2017, prosecutors told the jury that the assailant had read an InfoWars article written by Watson in the weeks leading up to the attack. In the article titled "Proof Muslims Celebrated Terror Attacks in London," Watson wrote, "Muslims living in both the Middle East and the West show alarmingly high levels of support for violent jihad and routinely celebrate Islamic terror attacks." And so this is what Paul Joseph Watson does. I've showed many examples of this on my show. He either outright lies or he just misrepresents the information, makes it very one-sided, cherry picks to make people hate immigrants and Muslims. And we know that this is causing direct violence upon them. When we sit right here, we see these fucking terrorists continuously visit these right-wing shitheads' Twitters and websites, and they're inspired by it. We know this is fucking true. And despite the fact that people like Ben Shapiro and Paul Joseph Watson don't want to take responsibility for what they're doing, it doesn't change the fact that that's what's happening, and the rest of us can see it. It's transparent, and this is what I said. This is why social media companies like Facebook don't want to platform Paul Joseph Watson. He peddles fake news purposely. He purposely lies to people to make money. And he peddles these fake news and fake conspiracy theories to an unstable audience, and then he washes his hand completely of the outcomes when he lies to people and his audience goes out there that he knows. He knows his fucking audience is unstable. He's been doing this for 20 years. Paul Joseph Watson knows that his conspiracy theory audience is incredibly, they're wackadoo, right? So he peddles this shit to them, and then when they kill people, he's like, "Oh, don't blame me. I can't control what my fans do." Yeah, you can control it. You control lying to people. You can control that, dude. You can control spreading hate and fear towards immigrants, right? You can control spreading the Great Replacement white genocide conspiracy theory. You can control that. It's ridiculous, all right? So anyway, these companies like Facebook and Twitter is still housing Paul Joseph Watson, but they shouldn't, in my opinion. But companies like Facebook, they shouldn't have to be taking part in this if they don't want to. If they don't want to take part in this guy who's peddling fake news and fake conspiracy theories to his unstable audience, who are literally going out there and killing people, they should not be forced to fucking platform this guy against their will. It's ridiculous. It's abso-fucking-lutely ridiculous that people think that they should be forced to. This is not a free speech issue, folks. It's absolutely not a free speech issue. This guy's going out there, and he's lying about vulnerable members of our fucking society, and his wackadoo audience is going out there and murdering them. We shouldn't have to be forced to take part in this. It's just ridiculous shit, dudes. And the same exact people who were also butthurt about Paul Joseph Watson getting kicked off fucking Facebook didn't say shit when I got kicked off. None of them. And I never said anything like this. But even I can understand why I got kicked off Facebook. I bitched about it a little bit, but I understand it's people false flagging me, and Facebook doesn't even check, really. They don't even have the manpower to go check everything that people false flag, and so they just see that I've been banned a lot of times before, and they're like, okay, well, I'll just get rid of you again, because who gives a shit, right? I don't really take offense to it. But anyway, Paul Joseph Watson did an interview where he said, I can't believe he's actually going in public saying this kind of shit, but he said, other people profit from what they know is deliberately fake news. I've never done that. I've never profited from what I deliberately know is fake news. Come on, dude. Seriously, you worked for Alex Jones for 20 fucking years. How gullible do you think people are? I mean, I guess that's a stupid question. You have a fan base of over 1 million people, probably more than that, so who listen to you and believe you. So maybe, I guess that's stupid of me to say. Obviously, people do believe you when you say this, but it's so ridiculous. I mean, anybody who's paid any attention to your career whatsoever knows that that is your main job for 20 years, lying to people and trying to scare them in order to sell them products. That is what you guys have always fucking done, right? But he tried to get around the ban evasion of Facebook by, he just takes his article. See, InfoWars is banned from Facebook, so he takes the exact same article that he wrote for InfoWars and he just puts it on his own website, uploads it to Facebook. Like, hey, no, it's totally different. This is totally different. Sure, it's exactly the same fucking article that I wrote for Prison Planet, but no, it's on my own website, so that's not ban evasion. But yes, it is. It's ban evasion, and they got rid of him for that. So, nice try, Paul Joseph Watson, but better luck next time, Polly boy. And time on the show to shit on Dave Rubin. If you have Dave Rubin on your bingo card, be sure to mark off Dave Rubin, because Dave Rubin is a fucking moron. So Dave Rubin had Mike Sinovich on, and creepy Mike Sinovich, odd fucking guy. And now, they did talk about his tweets. I did watch it. They talked about his tweets, but Dave Rubin did not read any of these tweets. He basically just said, now, you got in trouble for some tweets, right? And then Sinovich didn't actually mention the substance of any of the tweets. He just said, yeah, I was just joking and shitposting one time about rape, and I got in trouble for it. Don't pay attention. It was just me trying to get attention and blah, 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 blah. But no. You should have read the shit that he said, Dave Rubin. You should have held his feet to the fire, okay? Let me change the llama out to something else. Let's see. How about I just be Batman for a second? Yeah, that'll work. All right, Batman Dusty. Let's see what Batman Dusty has to say about this. So anyway, here's some tweets that Sinovich typed out. This is the way this guy's mind works. When is the last time a woman organized support a man's issue? Stop being fags. Who cares about breast cancer and rape? Not me. Comedic genius. He's right up there with Sargon, isn't he, for hilariousness? A woman over 40 is indistinguishable from a tranny. Yeah. Isn't your wife probably over 40 by now, Mike? I think so. I think your wife's probably over 40 by now, so that's not very nice, to be honest with you, Mike. You can't rape the willing. Oh, fresh material, Mike. So fresh. Have you guys ever tried raping a girl without using force? Try it. It's basically impossible. Date rape does not exist, folks. Oh, yeah, date rape. Can't rape a girl if you take her out and buy her dinner first, can you? That doesn't exist. What a wonderful human being you are. So cool, Mike Sinovich. So cool. A whore will let her friend ruin your life with false rape case. So why should I care when women are raped? I don't care if you get raped because some women lied. So if you get raped, hey, I don't know, maybe you're a liar, maybe you're not. I don't care either way. Good. God, these conservatives, they're just like, it's so hard to believe anybody could be these horrible of people. But not only are they this horrible of people, but they're famous. They literally make, like, this guy makes probably 10 times the money I make making rape jokes and comments on Twitter. That's how sad this world is right now. It's just so depressing. It's also anti-rape game. After abusing a girl, I always immediately send a text and save her reply. After abusing a girl, I always send a text and save her reply. I mean, these are awesome people that you're fucking signal boosting there for, Dave Rubin. Like, there really isn't anybody better you could have on your show than this dude, seriously. And not even reading these things out, not holding him accountable. At least he could say, well, yep, that was stupid. Yep, I was a really shitty person a couple years ago, but here's why I've changed a lot. You know, at least that much, but nothing. No mention of these whatsoever. No reading them out loud. No holding him accountable. Rape via an alpha male is different from other forms of rape. We can't really understand this, as our culture is too detached from instinct. That's right, folks. What you don't understand is that women actually want alpha males to rape them. That's what they really... we can't understand that because our culture is just too detached from our basic instinct. But instinctually, a woman wants to be raped by alpha males. So, for an alpha male, you know, you're doing her a favor, really. So get out there, alpha males, and rape away, right? But it's just a joke, guys. It's just a joke. Isn't it funny? We're saving comedy. We are saving comedy, folks. Since prison rape is no big deal. After all, criminals deserve to be raped. Why don't we have co-ed prisons? Yes, right, folks. Prisoners deserve to be raped, so why don't we let women in men's prisons so these female prisoners can get raped? Because they deserve it. Female criminals deserve to get raped, folks. It's just obvious. Isn't it obvious to everybody, folks? Oh, my God, dude. Seriously, what in the fuck? Is this real life right now? Anyway, these are the types of people that Dave Rubin thinks are acceptable to have on his show without reading their tweets and, holding their feet to the fire over it. So thank you, Dave. And speaking of Dave Rubin, here's another guy. I might have played this clip before, but it's always worth playing again just to show you the kind of piece of shit Dave Rubin is and the kind of piece of shit he signal boosts and platforms on his show.
Genetic?
There's white nationalist,
I'm not a
white
geneticist.
supremacist, douchebag, Stefan Mulenuts. What you got to say, Stefan Mulenuts?
The moment. Even if we say,
but is there evidence that it's genetic?
Yes.
I'm not a geneticist.
Yes.
So genetic in what regard? I mean, if we took the brain of a 25-year-old black man and the brain of a 25-year-old white man, what is it that they're doing that...
different sizes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go to Poland, what is it, 99% white? I don't need any security. The streets are incredibly clean. Crime is almost non-existent. Nobody gets called a racist. There's no talk of white privilege. No identity politics. No endless diversity nagging.
I'm listening.
I'm listening. Spoken against white nationalism, but I'm an empiricist.
Years ago, where liberals and conservatives were just fighting about everything, now actually there's a new center developing, and I think both of us are sort of in.
I mean, if we took the brain of a 25-year-old black man and the brain of a 25-year-old white man, what is it that they're doing that...
different sizes.
Yeah.
They're different sizes. Let me measure your skull here, black people. Different sizes. Yes. This is not outdated science that was disproven 100 years ago. Yeah, no, let's measure your head there. You guys remember this from Django Unchained, where what's his name? Leonardo DiCaprio is measuring black people's heads to show their different sizes. Oh my God, Dave Rubin, seriously, dude, this is why people make fun of you. Well, this is just one reason people make fun of you, but I mean, this is the kind of program you put on. These are the kind of people that you're supporting and platforming and making famous. This is the intellectual dark web that you guys have built your whole careers around. And so Dave Rubin has gone to bat for Sophie. I guess her name's Soph or whatever the fuck her name is. She's basically this new annoying alt-right child who clearly other people are writing her scripts for her. She's just a kid who gets on and he reads these scripts. And you can tell she's basically like a child Sargon. Her whole thing is just to upset people. And it's not really upsetting. It's just eye roll. It's just, oh my God, eye roll. So obvious what you're trying to do. You're just being so stupid and trying to be so edgy and trying to upset people. And it's not upsetting. It's just stupid and transparent and just cringe. Just everything about it's cringe. But, we're so upset by thinking you're cringe, aren't we? You win. But she is winning because, people are supporting her and she's way more popular than I am. People love that shit. People love trolls that act like pieces of shit. That's what's popular now. But anyway, Dave Rubin's going to bat for her. There are adult journalists who hunt down kids on YouTube to report for wrongdoings, which in this case is biting social commentary and funnier than anything on network TV. Fine work. So basically he's saying that this girl is biting social commentary and funnier than anything on TV. Let's see. This is her, Lieutenant F word. Fuck Muslims, fuck them all. I wish an atomic bomb would drop on the Middle East already. I fucking hate those. Sand with all my might. Fucking pedophiles and child rapists. I wish there would be a Hitler for Muslims. Gas them all. This will always be relevant. Anyway, so you can get the idea of how cringe this person is. But just to give you a better idea, let's watch a clip of their best work to show you what Dave Rubin thinks is biting social commentary. And better than anything on network television right now. This is better than Game of Thrones to Dave Rubin right now. Well, he said funnier. Okay, this is funnier than The Big Bang. Maybe that's funny, The Big Bang. I don't know. That's a bad example, I guess. Although I like The Big Bang Theory. They had their season finale recently, and it was really corny, the ending and stuff. But I guess they did what they had to do. Not season finale. They had the series finale. The show is over. The Big Bang Theory is over forever, folks. Heard here first if you hadn't heard that before. Anyway, here is what is biting social commentary and funnier than anything on television to Dave Rubin.
People try to tell me I'm an African American, but that's not true.
That's correct. She's clearly not an African American. She's a nigger.
African Americans are loud, rude, obnoxious, and just altogether fat and ugly.
I thought she was supposed to be racist. She's just stating indisputable facts so far.
If you ask me, my 16-year-old daughter has a very out-of-control identity crisis.
As a woman who lied to her children about who they're...
Okay, anyway. It's just racist nonsense. That's all it is. Just the same stereotypes played over and over again to be edgy, and it's cringe. But it's there to upset you folks. That's all it is. See through it for what it is. And these are the same exact people that are using her, the same people that make fun of like preachers and stuff for using children to spread the gospel. But that's exactly what they're doing. They're just using these kids to spread their hate and their trolling, their toxic troll culture. And it's just, it's sad, but that's the world we live in. What you gonna do? All right, let's take a break and read Super Chats. Super Chats. The llama's hilarious. I can't take serious. Yep, can't take it serious. None of this is to be taken serious. It's all too fucking absurd. But these filters are kind of fun. They add a little variety to the show, don't they? Oh, sometimes it's like, sometimes it's cool. All right, that's Pure Bear. Thank you. Mr. Bad Guy San says, you did the right thing with RR's transphobic video and Dylan Honey didn't. For better or worse, you're the last atheist standing. Hells yeah! I'm the fucking man, ain't I? I get out there and I fucking do what's right, even if I get shit on. And man, I got shit on heavily for coming out against RR, coming out in favor of trans people. Took a lot of shit. I can say one thing. The atheist skeptic community is not trans friendly at all. Has a long fucking way to go. That's for absolute sure. And like I said last time, I am not winning this battle. I am not winning it because I have so many people against me. But I'm still going to fight it because I still think that what I'm saying is true. I think the science still backs me up. For the most part, there's better science, then I will let's do it when it comes out. But anyway, thank you for that. Appreciate that. I'm going to cover this more in a minute. We're going to talk about how Dylan Honey sold out the ACA and all that good stuff. So that's coming up. Rave Dubin says, as long as it wasn't a cookies and cream milkshake, because that's a waste of good milkshake, I'm fine with it. Yeah, don't waste cookies and cream. That shit's delicious. Thank you, Rave Dubin. Rich Latta gave me $7. Hey, Rich, what's up, dude? I think me and Rich were a couple of people that got into a heated debate on Facebook about this whole transgender thing, and he thought I was totally fucking wrong. He thought I was just a beta soy boy cuck, and then he watched my video on it, and he was like, hey, man, you convinced me. He was actually really big about it, and so I'm shocked. Very, very few people have it in them to admit when they're wrong, and so he did, and I really appreciate that. Thank you, Rich. I think that was Rich that did that. If I'm wrong about that, I'm sorry for saying that. And, whoa, I got a $99.99 donation. That is very generous. I think that is the top donation I've ever had. I got a $400 donation once, but then they asked for it back, and so it got refunded. So this is the biggest donation I've ever received. Very kind from Ratbag. I'm going to take your question very serious. Very serious. Speaking of RR, doesn't he deserve a chance to own up to his mistake? Yes, he deserves a chance to own his mistake, absolutely. But it's been like a month and a half or something, and he still hasn't made a video, and it shouldn't take that long. And he does deserve the chance to own up to his mistake, but he also deserves to be shit on until he does. He came out with a video that was, in my opinion, irresponsible. If he wasn't purposely trying to mislead people, which, I mean, the research was simple. So if you did simple research, he should have known better than a lot of things he said. So it seems like he was trying to frame the debate in a certain way that was somewhat dishonest to me. And he deserves to take shit for that, in my opinion. That's not just a mistake. That's beyond that. But yes, everybody deserves redemption. All you have to do is own up to your fuck-ups and then use your fuck-ups to change your behavior, Say, hey, folks, I'm going to use this fuck-up as a lesson for everybody. It's a teachable moment. This is why I fucked up. This is why I regret it. And here's proof that I've changed my actions based on me learning from my fuck-up. Once you do that, boom, fucking redeemed. You have redemption, man. It's awesome. So that's all he has to do, but he needs to hurry up and do that a little faster. It's kind of hard to take me seriously when I look like this. Let me switch over to something else real quick, and I'll finish reading this $99 question. Let's see. How about I guess I could just go back to something more normal looking. Try it with a friend. I'll just be pretty. Okay. Anyway, I'm sure you never made any video you regret. Oh, I've made plenty of videos I regret for sure. And usually when I make videos I regret or say things I regret, I come out and I say, hey, this is what I said. This is why I regret it. This is why it was fucking stupid. And this is how I've learned from it. And I hope you all learn from my mistake too. And he hasn't done that yet. He did say he's made a mistake, but he hasn't come out and said why. And he hasn't really clarified his position in any way. Like, hasn't said one single way that he thought he was wrong as far as I could tell. So, You know, it's still up to him to do that, and until he does it, people are absolutely right to be upset with him. That video's still out there. A lot of people still agree with the video, even though he changed the title of it that said there were mistakes in it, since he hasn't actually said what the mistakes are. People are still watching the video. They're still agreeing with it, even though it was irresponsible and had a lot of information in it that, in my opinion, wasn't true. And so he deserves to take shit for it until he corrects it. And ACA, in my opinion, was absolutely correct to distance themselves from him until he did that. You know, everybody's like, you shouldn't throw this guy under the bus. You should be more sensitive to his feelings. No, to me, you should be sensitive to the trans people who are going to be abused because people watched his video and it backed up their preconceived notions about trans people and caused them to, go out there and oppress trans people and abuse the most vulnerable class in our society, right? So it's not him that I'm worried about. It's those people, and so that's why you should distance yourself from him until he corrects the record, in my opinion. But anyway, I'm sure you still don't believe all Muslims are retarded. No, you don't. I do believe all Muslims are retarded for believing in Islam. I explain it very, very well in the video. If you believe the story, the official story of Muhammad going up to the cave all by himself and then God coming down, or sending an angel, sending, I guess, Gabriel down as his messenger to this illiterate guy, and instead of beaming the information to his head, instead of writing it down for him, instead of anything else, he recites it over and over and over to him, so this illiterate guy can remember it from, verbally, instead of, teaching him how to write, or the whole thing. From top to bottom, the entire story is absolutely retarded. Now, I probably wouldn't use the word retarded anymore, because I'm starting to understand more and more how the language you use affects other people, and yes, you could call it political correctness if you want to, but it's so easy not to be a shithead. It's just so easy. And so if other things like really bother other people, it's so easy for me not to do it. Like, I'm not that married to the word retarded that, I think that I have to say it all the time, even though I know it's going to upset other people. Like, I can just find other words to use. So I may not have said that. But as far as them being incredibly fucking stupid, every single Muslim, every single one that believes the story of Muhammad going up to the cave is fucking stupid. Just like every fucking single Christian that believes the Virgin Mary had a baby as a virgin, and then that God sent himself to sacrifice himself to himself so that we may be saved from the sins he condemned us to begin with. Anybody who fucking believes that is stupid. Abso-fucking-lutely stupid. Okay? I would, if I was the old Dusty, I would call them retarded, but I'm not going to call people retarded. I'm going to try to. I still do that sometimes. But I'm going to try not to use that language anymore, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, thank you for that donation. I appreciate that, and I think that's a very fair question, and hopefully I answered it fairly. Callie gave me $5. Dusty, really glad I met you on Facebook before you started COD, and that you dragged yourself out of the septic community. Well, I appreciate that. I tried. It's hard. It's hard going against the grain. It's hard when you know that they're going to make videos about you, and they're going to shit on you, and they're going to misrepresent you and lie to you, which they did. They absolutely smeared the fuck out of me. They cost me a large percentage of my career by lying about me because they didn't like what I was saying, even though I was coming out and telling them the truth. I came out and talked about how Armored Skeptic was whitewashing white supremacist violence by claiming that Antifa was more violent than white supremacists in this country, which is absolutely false. I come out and say that and explain how he is helping the alt-right, and they make videos saying, oh, Dusty already admitted that he just does things to get attention. His entire career has been nothing but to do things to get attention. That's all it's doing. Like, don't listen to him, he's old. Instead of answering the criticism, they just smear me like that. So anyway, it's transparent. They've been doing that forever, but it's fine. It is what it is. That's how the system works. Anyways, more super chats, please. Lifeblood of the show. No question will be dodged. I will try to answer everything fairly as I possibly can. So please, more super chats. Let's see, what time is it? Is it time for the video section yet? I got some good videos. I finally got Facebook to stop showing me nothing but black people acting in ways that make black people look bad. And so now there's more white people looking bad, which is better because I fucking hate white people. Goddamn white people. You should all be genocided immediately with your whiteness. Your fucking milky ass skin. Hate you so much. All right. I guess we'll just start at the top with the fucking conspiracy theories. I'm not going to play very much of this, but conspiracy theory videos always crack me up. The things that people take seriously are just insane. Like, how could anybody think this is a real conspiracy theory? So basically, here's the conspiracy theory. They were watching a video of this reporter on their satellite, and there was an artifact in the video that made the video look funky, which proves this guy is a lizard man. Yep, Pure logic, folks. That's how logic
video
works.
was posted online that appears to show a reporter's face melting on live TV. The reporter was covering a story about a drunk off-duty police officer who began beating staff of a restaurant after they refused to serve him more alcohol. Everything seems normal right up until the end of the video when the reporter begins to fumble his words. As he does, something strange starts happening to his face. Many people believe that this footage proves that there are indeed shapeshifters living among us. Mysterious beings, possibly even aliens, that have the ability to disguise themselves as humans. One theory suggests that these shapeshifters are actually descendants of reptilian beings from the Alpha Draconis star system. The theory, which is mainly credited to former BBC television sports broadcaster and conspiracy theorist...
Alright, can you imagine the stretch you would have to take to see this video? It's clearly just artifacting from video compression, right? We've been experiencing this our entire life. Everybody knows what this is. What the fuck, people? How could you believe this are lizard people? Like... how are there people that are this dumb on the planet? But there are, like, literally, like, it's hard to fucking believe, but there are literally people who believe this type of shit. So anyway, the whole video was like that, talking about shit like that. It's just, can't believe anybody would be that dumb. But this is funny, I thought. This whole video of cops showing that they're just fucking dickheads. And now look, I've had mostly good experience with cops, so I'm not going to talk shit about all cops. In my opinion, not all cops are bad. A lot of people think, oh, there are no good cops because even the good cops, they don't fucking call out the bad cops. And that's just not my experience. Like, I've had a lot of really decent experiences with cops. You know, they've been nice to me. So I'm not going to shit on all cops, but there are a lot of them out there that are just fucking ridiculous, who are just on power trips and who became cops because they want to fucking be, you know, bullies. They were either bullied in school themselves and they want to bully other people, or they were bullies in school and they want to continue to bully other people when they get older. So anyway, we're going to take a look at the second video of this because I thought it was funny. Basically this, well, I'll just show you.
On your light, sir?
What are you talking about?
License back, sir. There's a written warning.
For which headlight, sir? Can you show me?
Oh, you turned on your light, sir?
What are you talking about?
Turned on your high beam.
My headlights seem to be operative, sir. My fog lights go off with the high beam, and then when I click on my low beams, my fog lights turn on with my low beams, as you can see. Could you please? Also, officer, I noticed that you actually have a headlight on in your vehicle as well.
Owned.
Looks like your passenger side high beam is off.
Not only do my lights work fine, it's your lights that don't work, motherfucker. What are you pulling me over for?
Can I ask you? Sir? Can I ask you why I'm being pulled over and harassed for a light that you said is out?
The light was out.
The light was out, sir.
The light was out. Can you please turn? Because you did this before.
No, my fog lights. My fog lights go off and on with my high.
I had given you a verbal warning.
Here's my low beams.
I pulled you over.
Here's my low beams. There's my high beams.
No.
Low beams, high beams. That's how it works. Yeah, that's how it works.
It's not correct, sir.
Okay. Well, I just proved you wrong, officer.
It's not correct, sir.
And also, officer, you also have a headlight on in your vehicle, right there.
What about you? Write yourself a ticket, motherfucker. I'm going to give you a verbal warning for what? I didn't do anything. My lights work. Your lights don't work. Fuck off, dude. What's your problem? Funny as shit. And here was an altercation called at a dog park. This is a really strange altercation. I don't know what the fuck happened before the camera started rolling. This guy claims that she put a gun on him, but she doesn't look like she's the aggressor here. This guy looks like he's a fucking nut. So let's have a listen.
So if you go anywhere, I'm going to use physical force to restrain you because I'm placing you under arrest for attempted murder. I'm recording this.
This motherfucker, he arrested everybody. All you motherfuckers under arrest. I'm citizen arresting you because that's a real thing that happens.
The police are coming. You wave your gun around at me like that again, you're going to jail.
Okay, you said what you wanted to say.
She's not going anywhere. No, she won't, because I just placed her in arrest, and if you're her husband, you get in my way, I'll place you in arrest.
I just placed her under arrest. I'm going to place you under arrest, dude. Like, what the fuck? You've been watching too much TV. You just can't just wander around and place people under arrest like that, all right? I mean, I guess technically that's probably a thing, but people don't really do that.
I'm just walking my dog.
I'm just walking my dog, dude. Fuck off.
No, she's out of her mind for waving a gun at me. Yeah, now I got your face on camera. You crazy nut.
Yeah, we got 3 witnesses.
You got 3 witnesses that got mad at me for coming in the wrong way, and then you all attacked me. I got you on camera. I'm a distinguished veteran. You don't wave a gun at somebody in public.
I'm a veteran. Thank me for my service.
You're going to come over here and threaten people? You're the ladies that have come over here and caused problems and caused fist fights with people. I'm not standing I'm standing up for myself and everybody else in this park that's sick of your crap and your intimidation.
I'm a hero.
That's right. You leave. Because the cops are coming. You leave. The cops are coming. Your behavior is unbelievable.
Your behavior is awful. I'm acting perfectly normal. What?
I'm not saying anything. I don't have anything to say to you.
Then get the fuck out of here.
I don't have to go anywhere. I'm a U.S. Marine. I'm a disabled veteran. I don't give a fuck to you.
So what?
So what?
So what?
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere.
No, me either.
Exactly. She's being arrested.
I don't even what the fuck you're doing. You're out of your fucking mind.
No, you're out of your mind. She's out of her mind, waving a fucking gun in front of my face.
Stop following her.
I'll follow her if I want to. You're not going to touch me.
You want to get in my face?
You're not getting... No.
Don't get in trouble for him. It's not worth it.
It ain't worth it.
That's right. We got you on film. You're not going to intimidate people with guns anymore.
Fucking grab that fucking phone and shove it down your fucking mouth.
That's what is that what you're going to do?
Fucking head off.
Huh?
Fucking shove it up your ass.
Huh? Go ahead.
Let's go.
Go ahead. Now you're threatening me.
Let's go.
Now you're threatening me.
You better get the fuck out of here.
Chicken shit. I have too much to lose. I'm wealthy. You're poor.
Oh, God.
And that's why you're poor. Because you behave like this.
Oh, fuck.
Like trash.
I'm behaving so well because I'm rich. You're the ones acting like assholes because you're poor. Oh, God, dude. Way to prove your point.
Right there. Right there. Right there. Right there.
Anyway, so I guess he calls the cops, and the cops come over and they harass him or not. But that's just funny. What a fucking dickhead. And yeah, this escalated quickly. This is why, like, I don't go off-roading and shit. So there's a little Jeep coming up here. Jeep doing good, right? Yeah. You can make a Jeep. It's just some hills and shit, right? It's a fucking Jeep, man. Jeeps can go anywhere, can't they? I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. You're doing good. Keep on coming. Come pick us up. Our ride's here. Man, Uber will pick you up anywhere. It's pretty fucking cool. Alright. Here's your ride. Wait a minute. Come on. You got it. Come on. You're so close. Alright, there you go. Awesome. So anyway, should we all get in the back or get in the front? Oh, shit. Nope. Hit the brakes. Hit the brakes. Nope. Not working. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Oh, that's bad. Nope. Not what you want. Oh, no. No. Oh, wow. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, that's bad. Yeah, that's why you don't do that. That's why you don't do that. Okay, well, lesson learned. Do not fucking bring your Jeep up into the mountains or else you'll die. So, this I thought was funny. Netflix has a new show. It's called, I don't know, Lunatics or something like that. Can't remember what the fuck it's called exactly, but one of the characters in the show is this, he's supposed to be 11 or 12 years old, I think. He's a total fucking shithead. And to show, this is what I thought was funny, just to show how big of a shithead he is, he's actually a fan of Kekistan. He's a fan of Carl in Kekistan, and they show like posters on his wall at the end of this, so I thought it was funny. Let's take a look.
Only child? We just had the one boy.
Mum, almost full of berries. Look, Mum.
Be careful what you're doing with those, love. They stain.
Chill, fam, Soul J. Oh, lit, you got freshies. Yeah, boy.
So yes, he's very special to us.
Mum, you know that bitch I'm tuning?
Don't call her that.
I'm gonna peg berries at her this afternoon when she comes home for piano practice.
That's not very nice, is it?
Try to smash, fam.
Gavin is 12, turning 13 soon.
Yes, give him a lower back pull-up.
And no, he doesn't have a lot of friends.
When I'm 13, that means I'm not an adult. It means I am an adult from the government. I'm not a child anymore. That's when you are one. Illegally.
Just love it. See it in the background. Just to show what a big fucking idiot he is. Here's this Keck flag. Front and center, everybody to see. So, like, even mainstream knows how fucking lame and cringe Keck is. How lame fucking the shit Carl started. And Jeff Holiday. You guys know Jeff Holiday? Jeff Holiday was partially responsible, takes credit for this kind of shit. So, thank you, Jeff Holiday and Sargon, for this. For unleashing pieces of shit. I know this is a character, but there are real kids like this. Real 13 or 14-year-olds. The people that send these rape messages to that Jess, whatever, Phillips, the MP. MEP, yeah, this is the kind of people that do that. These are the kind of people that you attract, Carl. This is your fan base. Learn to love it. It's the truth. So, next up, we have, here's a quickie. Quick, not talk about it. So I like this woman's attitude. She's funny. I guess she's watching her husband or boyfriend fight this dude. Her husband's like a big guy. And she tried to make him do right. She tried to get him to come back in the house, but she cracked it up because he like pounds this guy. So let's have a look.
My baby daddy about to whoop his motherfucking ass.
My baby gonna whoop his motherfucking ass. Boom! That's it.
Oh shit,
yep.
Babe, come on,
big boy knock
man.
you down. She's like, man, come on. You can't even get up. He got stanky leg. Yep. He drunk.
What the
punch
fuck?
drunk. That's it, dude.
He got his ass drunk.
But
ain't nobody finna call the police, babe. Come on now. Hey, I'm so fucking weak.
like, come on, baby. You done knocked him out.
Well, I'm dead ass weak. Baby, come on now. It's too early. It's Sunday.
It's too early to be knocking motherfuckers out, baby. Come on. Bring your big ass back in the house so I can cuddle with that. And she all turned on, too. You know she wet. She just watched her man knock a motherfucker out. She about to slide off her chair.
Why the fuck you knock that man out like that?
She's like, why you knock that man out like that? Ha ha! I love it. She knows she do. Anyway. There's some crazy ass shit. This one's kind of shit you see on TV. This is like something like a Red Dead Redemption. Like when a guy shoots at you on a horse, you like run up to him and you jump on the back of his horse and you punch him out. Look at this, some crazy ass shit. Right here, look at this. I'll ride up beside him, jump on the back of his bike during the middle of a fucking race and hang on, drag him over to the side of the fucking road. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, I just gonna punch you in the fucking head, right? What, dude? Are you out of your goddamn? And he just walks off like it's normal. He's like, no, you don't get to walk off after that, motherfucker. Get up. And he's like, no, that's enough of that. You both have helmets on and like pads. Not much you can do, but yeah, dude, like, just like going over and jumping on the guy's horse on the back of it, trying to pull him over. And like that, just lets his motorcycle go like a rocket, could have killed people. Who gives a shit? I had to get my revenge on this motherfucker. Hilarious. And I'm going to watch a few of these news bloopers, not very many of them, but I thought this first one was funny. Just her reaction to it. She seems so shocked. Her eyes are weird, but anyway, let's watch.
Now to sport with Meredith Sheehan.
Love her. She's so shocked, but she jumps right into it. She's such a pro. Watch her. Just goes immediately. No hesitation. Just, and then right into it.
Now to sport with Meredith Sheehan.
Action 7 reporter Christine Pay is at the scene with what we know. Apparently we don't have that story. Right now, astronomers at the University
Shooting investigation in southwest Albuquerque. You can see right here.
I'm Scott. That is live in Hernando, Mississippi, where there's been spottings of a cougar, and that's not it. That looks like a house cat. But we're just feet away from where a local man rolled his cell phone video on what some say is a cougar. I'll be right back with a live report.
Not a cougar. This guy gonna run back and forth. Nope, not over here. Over here? Where's my mark? Where's my mark? Right here? Okay. Is this camera? This camera? Nope. Okay, this camera? Oh, nope, over here. Okay, there we go.
Hello and welcome.
Hello. Welcome, thank you. All right, that's how I'm gonna show that. Funny news bloopers. I would like to be on the news. I think that would be a cool job. Reading what other people say with how to make up my own shit. I think I'd be good at that. All right. Oh, and this one's some crazy ass shit. This girl thinks she's gangsta, and so basically she takes this gun out, and I can only assume this gun can't be real, because this guy doesn't act like the gun is real. This guy's not acting in a way. I think he says later that he thinks it's a BB gun, and maybe it is. But anyway, she whips the shit out of him with this fucking gun. Pistol whips him in the face. Let's have a look at some crazy ass.
You know what? I know it. I already tell it's not like I'm saying a secret. I tell Jose mostly every fucking day.
That's the problem, though.
Do I not tell you it's not fucking real, bitch?
You're going around saying, telling the whole fucking day, telling that fuck Jose.
I only tell Jose. Who's my guy, Jose?
Okay, so why got other motherfuckers coming up to me about that shit, Nick? Everybody knows you got a fat ass mouth. You're stupid as fuck, Nick. That shit'll get you smacked, Nick.
Oh, shit. Okay,
what?
Sorry you got mad and you guys started fucking each other.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I'm so scared. Pop the bitch.
Oh, shit.
Oh, bitch.
What? Hard.
Fuck away from me, Nick.
Well, smack the shit out of you with that shit, bitch.
Get the fuck out my face,
Do it
nigga.
again, bitch.
Oh,
What the fuck?
Got me fucked up, bitch. You a fucking female.
Put that on my fucking name.
You got me fucked up.
Thinking shit don't get you
sucking
smacked,
each other
nigga.
up and shit.
what?
You're so fucking lucky you a female. So fucking lucky you a female, dude. You a dude. I fucking swear.
Get the fuck away from me.
Oh, you so lucky. This bitch is so lucky she's a female, bro. This bitch is so lucky. Lucky. Brother, you don't know. I can't tell you how much lucky you are.
That's a female that just pistol whacked you, bitch.
She talking some mad shit.
That bitch.
Oh, damn, I potted plant.
Yeah, that's what the fuck I'm on, bitch. Cause I can't lay a hand on you.
Look like that hurt.
Fucking stupid ass bitch.
They hate you.
No, potted plants.
Got me fucked up, bitch.
Yeah, you got him
You
fucked
so
up.
ooh.
Ooh, you lucky.
I just want to.
I just want to hurt you.
Get the fuck away from me, y'all.
Pop the bitch.
Get the fuck
Pop
away
it,
from me.
bitch.
Get the fuck away from me.
Pop it, bitch.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Fuck out of here.
Get her, Jose. I swear I'm gonna beat this bitch's ass. I swear.
I beat that bitch's ass, too.
Oh, I swear I don't like hitting females, bitch. But you see this bitch. Hit me with a fucking gun.
Hey, right, I'll be 450 comes over.
From fucking Jose.
I need my shit. That's it. I'm gone.
Stupid ass bitch. Think you so fucking hard because you got a gun, bitch. Get her out of here. Fucking BB gun and shit.
Call it what you want to call it.
Anyway, that was some shit right there. What a man, she's whacking the shit out of him in the face. That I guess a BB gun or whatever the fuck it was. I'd beat the fuck out of her too, man. Just because you're a girl don't mean you can put your hands on dudes and, you know, injure them and shit. If you're a guy, you gotta defend yourself, even if it's a woman. And don't be like, I can't hit you just because you're a girl. Fuck that shit. You lay your hands on me, I'm laying your ass out. Throw hands like a man, you're gonna get treated like a man. It's just the way it works. And let's have a look at
But I'm just saying, I've been
This
researching
is
Black Lives.
Candace Owens' fan base. He's been researching it. Now he's leaving the plantation. I'm no longer on that Democratic plantation. It's just so funny watching these people. I feel bad for them. Like they just want to belong somewhere so bad. They've been sold this bill of goods and they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. But they're like bros. Like they're just so excited. Let's listen to them.
But I'm just saying, I've been researching Black Lives Matter, and I've been understanding the politics and how they're funded by white liberals. And recently...
Ooh, horrible, right? Horrible that white liberals would fund Black Lives Matter and try to make it where police don't brutalize the black community so much. Terrible! We're so awful, aren't we? Us white liberals for wanting black people to be treated equally to us. Definitely leave that plantation before it's too late.
Yeah, I've been feeling like they're white liberals in blackface because they're white.
I love this. This makes sense. We're white liberals in blackface. What the fuck, dude? Blackface was specifically meant to make fun of and belittle black people. How does actually doing things and donating money to causes that are meant to help black people in any way like blackface? It just, these words you don't even know what these words mean. They're just buzzwords that you guys hear and you guys repeat back and forth to each other. It's just silly.
White liberals in blackface, when I say that, is because the white liberals is all about feminism, LGBT. White liberals don't really care about black people.
Don't know if that's true. Just because a white person cares about gay people and trans people doesn't mean they don't care about black people too. It means that they care about all of that and they see those classes being victimized and demonized and oppressed, and we want the system to be more fair for everybody. So we work to make that happen. Why is that a bad thing? But this guy, he doesn't like gay people. That's what it boils down to. He's probably a Christian, doesn't like gay people. And so his entire rant is basically anti-gay. But Candace Owens loves this. They love being anti-gay.
Realize white liberals don't really care about me, bro.
That's correct.
I'm off the plantation, bro.
I'm off the plantation, bro.
I'm off the plantation, bro.
Yeah,
I escaped the plantation, bro.
I escaped the plantation.
Empowered.
You're empowered. Who the fuck had you on plantation? What were liberal Democrats doing to you? What were they doing to you to put you on the plantation? They were giving you welfare? Well, then why didn't you just not take it? You know, they were giving you affirmative action, then don't take it. How the fuck were they putting you on a plantation? It's just so stupid. Makes no sense whatsoever. And basically what you're doing, too, this is kind of in a way, this is a racist statement as well, even though it's a black person saying, don't say black people can't be racist towards the black people. Jesse Lee Peterson, yes, they can. Basically, this entire argument that black people black Democrats run the plantation. It's basically saying black people are so stupid and so lazy that they will be easily led by white people. And so since they're so lazy, they'll take the welfare from the white man and just be their little slaves, be their good little slave and plantation workers. It's a demonization of black people. That's exactly what it is. But since they're liberals, they think they can get away with it. Now they're black liberals, so it's okay for us to demonize them, right? Because we're conservatives. They demonize us, right? So we turn about as fair play. We can use exactly the same tactics against them. It's just, anyway, I feel sorry for this guy.
They don't want me to have power. They want to keep me dependent. But I'm realizing this. They put white liberal ideas, LGBT, women, non-binary, white feminism, all that Hillary Clinton stuff, put it in blackface.
Like, how does that even make any sense? I hate feminism and gay people, I hate all that, so since they also like black people, they must be bad. All this is connected somehow and all of it's bad. Just has no fucking clue what he's talking about.
Because if we say it, it's going to be too crazy. So then Black Lives Matter, it started by 3 lesbian women. It started by 3 lesbian women. It's not really supporting black families. My question is, what do you think?
What does it have? Even if it is started by 3 lesbian women, how does it mean it's not supporting black families? You're saying lesbians can't be in charge of family? Like, what are you even saying here? None of it makes any sense.
It has to say about the movement that they don't mention anything about black fathers on the website.
I'll tell you what it means.
They don't mention anything about black fathers on the website. That's not what Black Lives Matter is about. Black Lives Matter is a movement that is aimed at police violence towards black people. That's the entirety of the movement. Yes, they don't mention black fathers. Yes, they don't mention very much black on black crime. That's not what it's about. You know what else they don't mention? They don't fucking mention abortion or Disneyland or space exploration or any of that shit. Because that's not what the fucking movement's about. It's about police brutality against black people. What the fuck, dude? But I hate gay people, lesbians, so blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we know what you're all about, dude. You're just a conservative Christian. And the black community has been very, 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 I'm not saying all black people, obviously. I'm just saying certain sections of the black community have been very bad towards gay people and making sure that gay marriage is not allowed in their areas and stuff and campaigning against it. It's the black church, mainly. It's not all black people. It's just the black church that is into that shit. Let's see what else. What other kind of things we have here? How about this one? All right. That looks creepy as fuck. So next up, oh yeah, here's I'm pretty sure that this gas station has avoided some kind of safety regulations and stuff. So because I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to happen like this. So this guy leaves the gas thing in there, and I guess he don't see it. Shuts his door, and he's like, all right, yeah, I pumped my gas. I paid for it. We're good. Let me just pull my ass out of here. And he pulls his ass out of here, and then next thing you know, boom! And then, oh, that's not good. And he stops, and he's like, oh, shit, I've made an error. And then all of a sudden, yeah, it gets worse. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not supposed to happen. Pretty sure there's supposed to be some safety features in place that keep this from happening. Holy shit. He's just destroyed the entire fucking place. Somebody's getting fired. My sister actually did this one time. She let the gas thing in. I don't know if she was drunk or not, but she pulled off and it snapped the thing off. And then when she was driving down the road, she looked back and she noticed that it was in her gas tank still, like hanging on the side. It didn't the whole thing didn't explode like this. All it did was pull the hose off, and then I guess everything shut itself down because that's what it's supposed to do. And so she was really embarrassed, so she took it off and she went and threw it in the woods and tried to hide. But they had her on camera, so they basically had the police looking for her and saying, dude, we have you on camera. You pulled off with this. And they said, if you'll just bring the hose back to us, we won't press charges. So she had to go look into the woods where she threw the thing and find it and bring the hose back to him. And she was all embarrassed and shit, which she should have been. But anyway, that was some shit right there. Burn the whole fucking place down. Got to be careful about that stuff, don't you? And this video pretty much speaks for itself. Like, this is so over the goddamn top cringe and racist. It's hard to believe this is real. But as you see for yourself, it's fucking real as shit. So, let me scroll up. Here we go. What a fucking dickhead this guy is. He'll live in infamy forever for this, and he should.
Give her more cheese!
I do apologize for the fact that this place is run by bloody immigrants. Ooh, so rude. Go fuck yourself, you wimpy, simply angina feminist. Yeah.
This place is run by immigrants, mangina feminists. Now, who does that sound like? This guy's clearly a Paul Joseph Watson fan, clearly into the anti-SJW shit, obviously is on the internet reading all the fucking intellectual dark web, YouTube videos, and so they just repeat all the same fucking buzzwords. It's the feminist. It's the immigrants. You're all manginas. It's so cringe.
Get it, bruv.
I'm getting it, bruv. Don't worry. Don't get too close, mate. Don't get too close. Don't get too close, bro.
Say it again. You feminist, weak, hairy-faced, mangina, as a feminist, you weak, shut your balls off and let's women run the world.
Carry on, man. Keep going. Come on, go again.
You men.
Dance, monkey, dance.
You're taking away and you're letting women run the world. Shame upon you all. Shame upon all you hairy-faced, simply mangina, feminist soy boys.
Soy boys! I love it. It's hard to believe these people exist in real life, but they actually do. It's not just the fucking internet. These people actually fucking exist in real life. You're a soy boy, a mangina. Look at your hairy face. You're letting women take over everything. It's fucking horrible having women in charge of anything. I can't believe you guys let women tell you what to do. Even though they make up 52% of the population, they shouldn't be in charge of anything because this is a man's world. Cringe.
No wonder the world's fucked.
It's running out.
What a feminist, an immigrant. That's why my country is fucked. England is fucked by feminists, immigrants.
I think it's people like you, mate.
It's lovely evening, all of you. God bless you all. Well, I'm not going to say that. The world was built by white men.
Here we go.
But you don't like it, do you? You don't like the fact that the entire civilization was created by white men.
Civilization was literally created by black people. The first civilization was literally fucking black. And I'm pretty sure mathematics, a good portion of it, was created by Middle Easterners, right? Pretty sure I'm right about that. So what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Like, you know, like, white people have only existed for, like, I don't know, like 100,000 years or something like that. And, like, throughout history, it's mostly been black folks, or maybe white people are newer than that. Maybe it's like 15,000 years and black folks are like 100,000 years. I can't remember exactly, but long story short, black folks have been around a lot fucking longer than white folks on this earth. And there were civilizations and all kinds of, like, advanced shit back before white people were on this earth. So it's just so, not to mention that after white people were on this earth, other races contributed to society just like white people did. And there are plenty of advances that were created by minorities, quote-unquote minorities, even though, like, white people are kind of the minority on the planet. But anyway, go ahead.
Oh my God, and it bothers you because you can't do what we do.
Fuck off. It keeps going.
White men created the world for you. We made it possible for you people to create the benefits of the world that we white men built for you.
What is this? You white men want, bro. I'm gonna get bad back.
You're welcome. White men built all this for you, you fucking ingrates. You're welcome for what we've done for you. God, what a bloated self-importance this guy has. Hard to believe, but true, folks. That's the way a lot of people are. You know, they even have these, that's basically like a Trump supporter over in the UK, the Paul Joseph Watson types. And we're going to say the Shapiro video if we want to talk about Shapiro in a minute. So we'll play this last one, the subway wreck. Now, what if you were just sitting in the fucking subway, eating a sandwich? Is that Subway? I don't know, maybe that's flying. What does it say? Flying something. It's not a Subway, but it's a Subway-like a place. So if you're sitting there just enjoying your fucking food, and then out of nowhere, a car slams through the fucking place, almost hits you, actually does hit you, and knocks you out of your shoe. How would you respond? This guy responds pretty fucking cool, if you ask me. Boom! Holy shit, I almost died. And he's like, what in the... He's like shocked. He puts the, what is going on? What happened? What the... And his shoe is off of him. Look, got a shoe knocked off, and he's like, he doesn't know what the fuck's going on. And this woman don't know what the fuck's going on. She's like, oh my God, are you okay? Did I just kill? And he's like, what happened? Holy fucking shit, dude. Knocked me out of my shoe. Fucking literally knocked me out of my shoe. Watch him. Boom! Man, talking about close to fucking death. You almost got ended, dude. And he's calm. Like, calmer than I'd fucking be. Like, bitch, what the fuck is wrong with you? You almost killed me. That's some crazy ass shit, yo. Anyway. Lucky dude. Let's stop and read Super Chats. $49.99 from Ratbag. Another very generous donation. So I'll take your question very soon. Oh, please more religious bullshit. Love that segment. I have 4 or 5 videos at the end of this for religious bullshit. For those of you who like religious bullshit, I do basically a religious bullshit video at the end of every single show. So, yeah, you can just tune into the show. A lot of people don't like this long format stuff, but I like doing the long format stuff. I think it's more conducive to getting all the information and saying all the things I want to say out there. And 10, 15-minute videos oftentimes are not long enough to really say what you need to say about a topic. You need a slow burn a lot of times. Like, it needs to be slow played and explained in detail for a long period of time. So I dig it. So thanks a lot. Appreciate that, Ratbag. $10 from Rich Lotta. My last super chat didn't work. Here was my question. What all psychoactive drugs have you done? You said ask anything. I never thought you were a cuck. I've done Molly. I've done K, Special K. I've done it a couple times. It's kind of weird. It's kind of like looking through a pair of binoculars backwards. You know how it makes everything kind of warpy and look far away? That's what it kind of feels like. And, of course, MDMA, which is just Molly, basically. It just makes you feel kind of happy. It's basically a mixture of speed and kind of a psychoactive, happy-type drugs. And it's great for dancing and shit. It makes you feel good. I've done acid a bunch. Shit, I've done so much fucking acid. I used to do, like, acid almost, not quite every day, but, several times a week when I was in Denver. I would do acid and Molly at the same time. They call that candy flipping, where you do both acid and Molly. And it's fun. Let's see. Of course, I've done lots and lots of alcohol. I haven't had any drink in like 5 months or something like that. But alcohol is a psychoactive drug. And of course, I've smoked weed. I did DMT. I did DMT live in a video, but they actually took that video down. YouTube like gave me a strike, and they're like, "You can't show videos if you do a DMT." So fuck you, YouTube. Anyway, what else have I done that's psychoactive? I did ayahuasca, which is like, it's basically DMT, but in kind of a drink form. And I've done mushrooms. I've taken, what else is psychoactive? I think that's probably it. There's not all that many psychoactive drugs out there, but they're pretty cool. Like, I don't really have that much of a problem with them. I'm kind of over it. I think I got from it what I needed to. You can learn lessons and stuff from that. And you can kind of, one of the most interesting lessons is how they affect your body and what they make you think, and how they make you think that you're like at one with the universe, how everything's connected. But is that a real thing, or is that just what drugs make you think? And I think probably that's just what the drugs make you think. So anyway, good question. Appreciate it. Tyson Mindham, $4.99. How did you get to meet Bruce Campbell? The Evil Dead series are some of my favorite movies. I was a Bruce Campbell fan for like a long time. Like when I first got on the internet, for the first like 10 years, my internet handle was Ash. Everybody called me Ash. There's still people in real life that call me Ash. So huge Bruce Campbell fan, and one of my viewers, I guess I call him a fan. I don't like calling people fans very much, but one of my viewers invited me to go to a Comic-Con in Denver. They actually paid for me to get in, and they were having a picture taken with Bruce Campbell, and they offered to have me come take the picture with them. So they paid like, I don't know, like $100 or something to take the picture of Bruce Campbell, and I got to go along with them for free. So that's how I got to take a picture. I didn't get to talk to him very much, but he seemed like a nice guy for what I could tell. Tall dude, maybe feel short as fuck. So anyway, on with the show. Thanks for the question. I appreciate it. Next up, who we gonna shit on next? This is from the Equalizer. Tim Pool. Time to shit on Tim Pool. Oh, God. Is there anybody that still thinks Tim Pool is a liberal? Anybody out there that still fucking thinks this? I mean, every fucking video. I'm only now beginning to fully appreciate just how stupid reactionaries are. There is literally nothing except redirecting an asteroid to hit Earth that can cause the world to end in 12 years. The point is, if things continue like now, after 12 years, CC is almost irreversible. And look, this is a video Tim Pool put out that's basically calling AOC a liar, and trying to make fun of her for her comment that the world is going to end in 12 years. Look, literally anybody who was intellectually honest, who heard what she said and looked into what she was saying, knows what she's talking about. She's talking about that scientists have come out and says that we have 12 years to stop global warming, climate change. And if we don't make drastic steps the next 12 years, then it'll be too late to turn back, and it'll be pretty much game over. That's what the scientists said, and that's what AOC came out and said. She just said, the world's going to end in 12 years. She kind of said it in a way that wasn't very artful, but it's clear what the fuck she meant. You know, and you have to be incredibly, incredibly, incredibly dishonest to say otherwise. Well, Tim Pool is incredibly fucking dishonest. There's just no two ways about it. Anything he can think of to lie about and misrepresent liberals and to shit on them, while at the same time giving the right wing a pass mostly. He does, and that's what he's done here. He's lying about her to make her look bad. And only the dumbest motherfuckers could possibly fall for this and believe that's what she actually meant. And he's just a fucking lying tool. Dim tool, as always. More on him in a minute, but first off, let's talk about Count Donkula. Count Donkula. Remember me and Count Donkula were debating? This is what me and Count Donkula were debating about. We were debating about white supremacy and the Great Replacement, white genocide, and whatnot. And he was really pissed off that Martin Sellner was not allowed into our country for obvious reasons. And, of course, we were debating about this stuff, and he blocked me because he lost the debate horribly. He got destroyed in the debate with me. And so, obviously, like all these cowards do, he blocked me and ran away and then claimed victory. I beat Dusty. Even though I blocked him and ran away, I somehow still won. That's what they always say. But this is what we're arguing about. This is the guy who Count Donkula was complaining was denied entry into America. This is who we were talking about when we were debating white supremacy, and he blocked me. So anyway, Martin Sellner, it has come out that not only did the New Zealand terrorist shooter, the one that went to the Christchurch, I guess it happened in Christchurch, New Zealand. He went to the mosque and he killed 51 people. 51 people. And not only did he send Martin Sellner a donation, I think it was like £1,500 or something, but apparently he was in email contact with Martin Sellner. They exchanged emails, and Martin Sellner invited him to come hang out, and the terrorist invited Martin Sellner to come hang out with him. And Martin Sellner deleted all these emails exchanged he had with this guy, to try to cover up cover it up or something. But he got caught because he took screenshots of it for some reason. Anyway, so it's been recent investigation revealed that Martin Sellner, leader of Austria's right-wing extremist identitarian movement, wrote several emails to the Christchurch terrorist and wanted to meet him for coffee or beer. There's still a possibility they met. So this is the dude that Donkula was going to bat for. This is the dude that Donkula thinks should be invited into our country. He really cares about what happens to Americans. And so this is the kind of person he wants to fucking bring to our country that could inspire other people, especially with all the white supremacist murders and deaths that we're having these days. This is definitely not the person we want in our fucking country. But Donkula thinks he should be. You know, Donkula's going to go to bat for his white supremacy friends whenever chance he gets. So keep in mind, Donkula's the same guy who went on Destiny's stream and debated him and said that he knows that white supremacist violence is less than Antifa violence because he saw videos on the internet. That's how you know, man. Internet videos. I don't have to look at fucking studies and data. All I know is internet videos. I saw a couple, so that proves it, right? No, dude. You're just whitewashing white supremacy violence. And Sellner lost his travel privileges after being investigated for involvement in 2 mosque shootings in Christchurch last month. This is an article how the GOP in Idaho are basically going to bat and trying to get him into our country. This is what the Republican Party is doing right now. The Republican Party is literally going to bat with white supremacists who have ties to terrorists who have murdered 51 people, and they're trying to get these people into our country. Way to go, GOP. This is the kind of stuff you're fighting for, and it's so awesome to call you out for it continuously because you just make yourselves look so fucking bad by doing shit like this. Please keep it up. And keep it up. Also, Donkula makes it very easy to point out, why you're... I don't know if I want to say he's a racist piece of shit, but he definitely attracts racist piece of shit. He definitely helps racist ideas to spread. So does it really matter if he's racist himself or not, if that's what he's doing? And this is, like I said, this is the guy. Fight on, the good fight is what he said to the Christchurch terrorist. The guy Donkula wants in our country, the guy that he's really upset's in our country. This is the kind of guy he's going to bat for. This is really the hill you want to die on, Donkula, but clearly it is. And I am more than happy to fucking kill you and bury you on that hill. Fun. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for your service. And here's Jordan Peterson. Go film yourself. Oh, this is Greg. Oh, fucking Armored Skeptic. Holy shit, Armored Skeptic. Always got to find something to blame the left on. Got to dig into every situation and find something the left is responsible for, right? It's always the damn feminists. So here's this guy. Feminists are upset. Oh, let me just read you what Greg said. So funny. Now he's blaming feminists for being mad at Game of Thrones because this is a real issue, folks. This is something he really needs to point out because you can never make feminists look bad enough. Feminists are pissed that Dany turned out to be evil. She freed slaves to use them as her personal army, strung along a beta orbiter. Oh my God. Can you imagine in real life, in 2019, current year, somebody using Beta Orbiter non-ironically. It's like Gregory is still on 1990s mystery method. You guys know what that is? That's like pickup artist bullshit. Beta Orbiter. Holy fucking shit. You can't get any more cringe than that. You can't get any more cringe than using Beta Orbiter unironically. Beta Orbiter who almost died for her and burned her enemies to death. And now they're shocked. Yes, I'm using words like Beta Orbiter, and it's the feminists who are cringe. And he goes, I also found articles where they're trying to assure each other that it's okay that she's not a feminist hero because they don't need her anyway, laughing my ass off. Yes, there was lots and lots of feminists who were really fucking worried about this, Greg. Definitely something you should point out to make fun of SJWs because that's your shtick, aren't you? He's just a good old centrist boy. Anyway, this person says, feminists are upset, links Slate, The Guardian, and some random woman on Twitter. This is literally everyone I don't like is a feminist. That's all they always fucking do. Everybody's an SJW and you have to call it out. And so anyway, tons of people made fun of him about this. Tons of people shit on Greg, also known as Armored Skeptic, about this, as they should have. I'm not a right-wing fuckstick. Unironically uses the phrase Beta Orbiter. Yeah. And here's Chris Raygun coming in to stand for his friend, take up for his buddy. Yep, all these guys were together. They had their own little cliques, and they always had to take up for each other, even though clearly Beta Orbiter is cringe as fuck to say in 2019 unironically. Here's Chris Raygun.
Pretty lady, as someone who lives in LA, a very liberal place, plenty of people who aren't even close to the right wing also use the term like beta. This is weird gotcha. Flavin.
So, yeah, no, this is not a weird gotcha. This is cringe as fuck. The fact that 510 people like this just shows you how goddamn cringe your audience is. Everything about you guys is cringy. Why the fuck are you like this? And so then people started making fun of Chris Raygun for defending his stupid friend. This is Hugo from Hugo and Jake. Edgelord has edgelord friends. How shocking. Yes, not shocking at all. These are the same people that went to bat for Count Dankula. I guess they went to bat with Count Dankula when I was making fun of TJ. Count Dankula shit on me, and they all went on Count Dankula's thread and was like backing TJ and Count Dankula against me. People like Chris Raygun and Armored Skeptic. That's what they do. Shitlord's got a shitlord. People are like, Dusty, don't call them shitlords because that's just immature. But, like, I don't know. It fits. It fits really fucking well. So I think I'm just going to keep calling them that. Let's see. Open my mouth. Oh, demon face. Ah. All right. I think I'm just going to go back to pretty for now. I like being pretty. Look how pretty I am. I'm so pretty. I'd make a good tranny. Fucking rock RuPaul's Drag Race. Even though I've never done that before. I might be too confident in my own abilities. It's definitely possible. And how is it fucking possible for people like the intellectual dark web to lack this much fucking self-awareness? Oh my God. It's like I said here. How is it possible for a human to lack so much self-awareness that they don't immediately recognize how cringe everything about this is? It takes pretentiousness of epic fucking proportions not to see this. Look how pretentious and cringe this is. Look at this shit. Oh my fucking God. Like, how were you guys talked into doing this fucking photo shoot? Hey, let's go out into the woods and film you guys looking all goddamn pretentious at dusk. Nothing could go wrong here. This won't look stupid in any fucking way. How is Joe Rogan not just humiliated to be a part of this? And it's just so cringe. And then this guy, they're so fast to suck their own dicks about this kind of stuff. Here's what Michael Sherman, I think it's Reason Magazine. I think I said Logic Magazine or something before, but he is the editor of Reason Magazine, which is just fucking crazy as fuck. Is that what it is? Skeptic Magazine, not Reason Magazine, Skeptic Magazine. I said Reason Magazine before, that was wrong. He's the publisher and editor of Skeptic Magazine, which just shows you everything you need about the skeptic community. Even their magazine is run by cringy motherfuckers. But he says, if there is one common characteristic among members of the intellectual dark web, which is otherwise politically and ideologically diverse, it is this commitment to tolerance, free speech, and liberty broadly defined. CFJS Mills on liberty. Yes, they're always sucking each other's dick. Look how strong we are on free speech. We're such free speech warriors. You know, despite the fact that we're all so awesome, we're politically diverse and all, but we're tolerant of free speech and liberty broadly defined because we're so fucking amazing, aren't we? Not pretentious at all. We're not at all pretentious shits. They're so shoved far up our own asses that we love to sniff our own farts all day. I mean, look. Holy fucking shit, dude. Anyway, so obviously this whole thread is just people making fun of them, which is glorious. Like, it's not gonna scroll down good enough to we can see all this shit, but just trust me, every fucking thing on here is making fun of them. Like, yeah, not so sure about that, Chief, and they basically show how Rubin threatened to sue everybody. Jordan Peterson threatens to sue everybody. You guys are really not free speech advocates like you claim. Anybody that says anything you don't like, you don't have anything to fucking do with them, or you threaten to sue them. So anyway, cringe as fuck. Oh yeah, and so my favorite part of the intellectual dark web is this. I guess they didn't. This is not my quote. This is my. Why is it called the intellectual dark web when it's clearly populated by fucking idiots? Is the intellectual in the name ironic? Yes, it is. But my thoughts on it are this. Our name is so cool, the intellectual dark web. We're the intellectual version of the place where you go to download kiddie porn. That's exactly what they are. That's what the dark web is. That's where, not that I've ever been to download kiddie porn on the dark web. I just know that because I Googled it. And so basically, yeah, it's where you go to buy drugs and hitman and kiddie porn, right? So we're the intellectual version of that. Aren't we so cool? No, you're cringe. It's hard to believe they actually went to Congress, sat in Congress, and called themselves, in the congressional record, the intellectual dark web. This is real life. This literally fucking happened. Hard to believe, but true. And Parker Molly points out that if there is a common characteristic among members of the intellectual dark web, which is this is what she says about the guy's comment, so committed to free speech that if you say something that hurts their feelings, they might file a lawsuit. And he's just showing you, yeah, they're such free speech warriors. Exclusive, Jordan Peterson threatened to sue a critic for calling him a misogynist, when he is a misogynist, absolutely a misogynist. And Jordan Peterson sues Wilfrid Laurier University for $1.5 million for comparing him to Hitler. So yeah, definitely free speech warriors in every way. Could you imagine if I sued everybody who called me some name or said something about me that wasn't true? But I wouldn't do that. You know why? Because I don't give a shit. It's the fucking internet, right? You just get over it and you move on with your life. And if you actually believe in free speech, you don't fucking worry about that shit. But they don't really. They're just hypocrites. And you guys might have heard about this abortion ban. There's abortion bans taking place all over the place. They did one in Ohio. Alabama did one of the most draconian abortion bans in the fucking history of our country. Just terrible. They did another one, I think, in Alabama, Ohio, and there was one other one. Maybe it was Missouri or something like that. I can't remember. Anyway, these 22 senators voted against including an exception for rape or incest in the Alabama's new draconian abortion law, which makes me say, Dracarys! Burn all these motherfuckers, God damn it. Now, obviously, I don't really think they should be killed. I'm not really suggesting violence on these people. I'm just saying you have this visceral reaction when you have all these fucking white men. That's all it was. White men who are passing laws that make a woman who has an abortion do more jail time than the person that raped her. That's the country we're living in right now. Your fucking rapist gets an easier time than you will for not having his baby. Holy fucking shit, how is this real? How have we gotten to this point? But I'll tell you why. I'll tell you exactly why. The reason we got to this point is because we were kicking fucking Republican ass. We were destroying religion. We were destroying Christianity and the fucking skeptic community. We took our eyes off the goddamn prize. And these motherfuckers, they decided that money and fame was more important, so they did nothing but shit on liberals and SJWs and cause this fucking hysteria where everybody literally believed that these liberals and SJWs were the greatest threat on our planet. Meanwhile, these fucking Republicans and Christians whose asses we were kicking, they got up off the ground, they dusted themselves off, and they walked up and they walloped us in the fucking head with a 2x4 where we had our back turned. That's exactly what the fuck happened. They took over the goddamn government, they took over fucking everything, and now they're doing exactly what they always threatened to do. And the motherfuckers who were supposed to be on the front lines fighting this, challenging this, they dropped the fucking ball because they wanted to goddamn make money and they wanted to get clicks on fucking YouTube and fucking Facebook and fucking Twitter, and that's exactly what goddamn happened. And now some of us are fighting back against it a little bit, but is it too late? We'll see. Hopefully fucking not. Hopefully we can undo this shit, but man, we have fucked the pooch on this as hard as it can possibly be fucked. And I helped too, a little bit. Like I've been for 2 years, or 3 years now, I guess, trying to fight back against it. But I did my share too, so I'm partially responsible. I'll take my blame for it. And this is from Wild Geeters. I guess that's how you pronounce that. But, oh God, Steven Crowder. This is Steven Crowder's hot take on the abortion bans. Rape is still illegal, so no one is forcing you to carry a baby. You don't respond to an act of evil with an equal or greater one. That's right, folks. Rape is illegal, so it never happens. No one's getting raped out there because it's illegal. So if you get raped and pregnant, they're not forcing you to carry a baby because rape is illegal and it doesn't happen. Just like murder doesn't happen. Nobody's getting killed out there. It's illegal, folks. No one's doing drugs because it's illegal. Once things are illegal, they don't happen anymore. So just get off of it and stop saying that somebody's forcing you to carry a baby if you get raped because it's clearly illegal, folks. It's not happening. Galaxy brain, galaxy brain. Steven Crowder has a galaxy brain. I guess he would if he had a brain, but he doesn't. Anyways, they're making fun of him. This is basically Steven Crowder in a nutshell. 911, what is your emergency? What do you mean you're being murdered? That's illegal. People can't do that, but they still do. It's like people say, hey, this is not a racist country anymore because there's laws against racism. You can't fucking oppress black people anymore legally, so it doesn't happen. No, it still happens plenty. Just because there's laws against it don't mean people don't still fucking do it, don't still have their own internal biases, and don't still let those biases lead their actions. They still do continuously in this country, obviously. Stupid. And with all these heart bill bills that are being passed, which basically means if the fetus has a heartbeat, you can't kill it. But they don't actually have real heartbeats. It's just their definition of a heartbeat is fake. But anyway, regardless of that, with all these heartbeat bills in the U.S., I keep thinking of this memorial to Savita, oh God, what a name, Halappanavar in Ireland, who died of sepsis after being denied an abortion on the grounds that the fetus she was miscarrying still had a detectable heartbeat. She had a heartbeat too. And so yes, these women who can't get abortions now when their lives are in danger, they're going to die. Women are absolutely going to die. This has been proven before. This has happened before in other countries. They have laws that are similar to this. And when they don't have an exception for the life of the mother, the women continuously die. So these people that say, oh, we care about the sanctity of life. No, you don't. Because these women are going to die. They're going to die for children that they didn't want to have, for children that they want to abort, for children they could have, had dealt with early on. Instead, you're going to force them to be incubators for babies that they don't want, which is a name. When somebody forces you to do things you don't want to do with your body against your will, there's a word for that, and the word slavery. So they want them to be. It is very, very, very similar to the Handmaid's Tale. You guys ever seen that show? Fucking so creepy we're getting this far in our country. This type of encroaching fascism. So anyway, depressing as fuck. And you know in its extreme law when Pat Robertson comes out and says, oh, maybe you guys are going a little bit too far. Even he is starting to see the fucking evil of it. Let's listen to this Schmeagle impersonator.
They would give a 99-year prison sentence to people who could commit abortion. There's no exception for rape or incest. It's an extreme law, and they want to challenge Roe versus Wade, but my humble view is that this is not the case we want to bring to the Supreme Court because I think this one will lose.
Yep. So you guys are so fucking nuts that even Pat Robertson thinks you're out there. That's when you want to reassess your life choices, when Pat Robertson is against you. And I think this is more of, oh yeah, God. So there's some more hot takes from people that are supporting the abortion ban out there. This is from Matt Walsh, one of the biggest pieces of shit on the internet. If a 12-year-old is raped by her father and the father takes her to get an abortion, the evidence of the crime will be destroyed, and he will go on molesting his victim for years. If, however, the child is born, his crime will be discovered, and she will be rescued from the abuse. Oh my fucking God. So, if your daddy gets you pregnant, you should be forced to have your father's baby because that's the only way he will ever get convicted of the crime of raping you. This is real life, folks. This is a real opinion that somebody with a blue check got 11,000 likes for saying. You should be forced to have your daddy's baby because otherwise he'll get away with rape. Makes sense to me. Definitely real. Definitely happens all the time. This is definitely real life. Crazy as fuck. Oh yeah, there's another one I wanted to read here from the same. Let's see. I should have just clicked on next. And this is another one from Matt Walsh. Oh my God. Abortion enthusiasts are mad at me for this tweet. Abortion enthusiast. Yeah, my hobby is abortion. I'm an abortion enthusiast. I just love it. Hey, have you seen what Dr. Tiller did this week? I'm such a fan of Dr. Tiller. I'm such an enthusiast. Of course, that's a bad example because those of you who don't know, Dr. Tiller got murdered because Bill O'Reilly went on his show and called him Dr. Tiller the baby killer. And then Bill O'Reilly's fans went out and murdered this baby doctor, right? So that's what you call an abortion enthusiast, in my opinion. Somebody who is so crazy they'll actually go out and murder abortion doctors. That's mostly on your guys' side, right? I stand by it 100%. Rapists use abortion to cover their tracks, and Planned Parenthood helps them. I don't know that this is true. This seems like a lie, and what a stupid reasoning to not let people have abortions, isn't it? That's a fact. Read more. Okay, God, seriously, dude. Hard to believe anybody thinks this is real. Like, these dudes, they'll go to any lengths they can possibly go to try to get rid of abortion. They'll lie about it. Like when Trump stood in front of the country and said that they were literally taking babies out of the womb, wrapping a blanket up around them and then hanging them to their mothers and deciding if they want the mothers to kill them immediately. Never fucking happened. They'll just lie and spread hate and fear any way they can, because that's what Republicans do. Anyway, so you guys see Bill Nye came out with a new video.
It's on fucking fire. There are a lot of things we could do to put it.
I think this was on either John Oliver's show or The Daily Show. I'm thinking it's John Oliver's because he is cussing his ass off here. But anyway, here's a new video about global warming and what we can do about it. And good points.
By the end of this century, if emissions keep rising, the average temperature on Earth could go up another 4 to 8 degrees. What I'm saying is the planet's on fucking fire. There are a lot of things we could do to put it out. Are any of them free? No, of course not. Nothing's free, you idiots. Grow the fuck up. You're not children anymore. I didn't mind explaining photosynthesis to you when you were 12, but you're adults now, and this is an actual crisis. Got it? Safety glasses off, motherfuckers.
Safety glasses off, motherfuckers. Yep. I'm glad that he's being aggressive. We need more aggressive approaches to this, because what we're doing thus far doesn't seem to be fucking working. People are not goddamn getting it. Instead, people like Tim Pool are out there lying about AOC when she's just trying to fix the problem and, you know, make progress where our fucking planet doesn't die. Or I guess the planet won't die. I guess it'll just be us that dies. Humanity and most of the life on the planet, which, you know, pretty bad. Should definitely be countered if we can. And, but we live in a meritocracy. This is what people like Jordan Peterson like to preach. It's like, hey, we don't really have to change the system too much, because if you work hard, you'll get ahead in life, because our system is set up around smart people. And if you just clean your room and focus on yourself and get your whole yourself in order before you try to get the rest of society in order, then the societal hierarchies are there for a reason. And if you're the smartest, then you're the best, then you will climb through the hierarchies and you will be a success in life. And you just shouldn't blame other people when you don't succeed, because it's really your problem for not trying your hardest. But no. Study after study after study have shown that one of the greatest indicators of how well you will succeed in life is how fucking rich your parents are. How much money you have to start off with, that is the best indicator of how fucking well you'll do. Yes, IQ matters, but not as much as being wealthy, right? So here's another study. And there have been several studies that have done that shown this is just one more. 7 out of 10 wealthy kindergarten students with low test scores were affluent by age 25, study finds. Yes, no shit, right? If your parents are rich, you're likely to be rich. The system is not a meritocracy. It's set up to more of a nepotismocracy, if anything. You know, and so you look at the fucking system. Black people have 10x less wealth on average than white people do, and you wonder, like, why are they not performing as well? Why are they not getting ahead as much as society? Oh, it's because of their own problems, right? They're doing it to themselves. We live in a meritocracy, and if they're not succeeding, it's because of what they're doing. No, it's not. We don't live in a meritocracy, and it's because the system is fucked and needs to be more fair and balanced towards all of us, doesn't it? Yes, it does. And can you imagine if this Superman comic came out these days, what they would say? This is Superman. And remember, boys and girls, your school, like our country, is made up of Americans of many different races, religions, and national origins. Origins. So, if you hear anybody talk against a schoolmate or anyone else because of his religion, race, or national origin, don't wait. Tell him that kind of talk is un-American. Keep your school all American. Can you imagine how they would fucking freak out if that came out today, man? They would definitely just... I'll read you what I had to say about it. They'd be like, this They'd be like, fuck you, SJWs. Stop trying to shove your identity politics down our throats. We see right through you, soy boys. Diversity is a code word for anti-right. Get woke, go broke. That's exactly what they say. Don't shove your agenda down our throat. Don't shove your feminism. Don't tell us we have to respect women and people from other countries and other races. We see right through what you're doing. This is just an attack on white people. But no, it's not. They've always been like this. Marvel Comics have always been about politics. Somebody like posted lots of pictures from the comics over the years that show exactly what they're talking about, how it's always been about, here's one about gay people kissing, old comics. Here's one where they're fighting Nazis. They have one where they're fighting Hitler. They have one where they're fighting the KKK. They constantly talk about diversity and ending segregation. That's the way these Marvel comics have always been. All these comics really have always been like that. And it's almost like these people never read the comics to begin with. They're just Johnny-come-latelys who are trying to find anything they can to be snowflakes about and be offended by it. So this is what they've grasped hold of. But it's very transparent to anybody that knows anything about the history of comic books. And hey, I made this. This is some old school shit. That's not old school. Wait a minute. I made this recently, actually. I made this after the transgender thing. But I know transgenders is not the proper term. I'm using this term because I'm writing this from the perspective of somebody who would believe this, who would think this way, so don't get offended by this word. But anyway, transgenders should have to compete in their own separate leagues. There are only two genders. Which is it, folks? Which is it? Somebody actually said to me, these don't contradict each other. I mean, they should have to fight in their own leagues. They should have to compete in their own leagues, just like people do in the Special Olympics. Just because people who are mentally disabled get to compete separately doesn't mean they're not still one of the two genders. So, yeah, comparing them to people in the Special Olympics, that's not the greatest argument. I don't think that you really thought that through very well, in my opinion. But, yeah, I mean, lots of people have said this to me. They transgender people should have to compete in their own fucking leagues, right? Which is stupid because there's not enough transgender people to compete in their own leagues. Let me explain to you, even beyond the fact that there's no real evidence that transgender people have an advantage, transgender women have an advantage over cis women. And there could be lots of, and they might do the science eventually that finds that transgender women actually do have some kind of advantage. It just hasn't been proven yet. And we look at the competitive landscape across all of women's sports, and we don't see any kind of domination, regardless of what these fearmongers continue to say. We absolutely don't see any kind of domination at all from transgender women. Now, it's possible that they do have a physical advantage, but maybe something like the fact that they have a harder time socially. You know, they're more oppressed and downtrodden, and they don't have as many advantages because they're transgender, because other people don't treat them as well. Maybe their social disadvantages cause them to have less of a advantages when it comes to sports, and that's why they're not dominating. There could be lots of reasons for this that are not just physical. I have no idea. This all needs to be fucking studied way more than it is, right? But one of the big reasons that transgender people are not going to take over women's sports is because there simply aren't enough of them, right? Transgender women make up, 0.4% of the population, right? I think transgender overall make up 6%. So I'd say probably maybe 0.04% of that is transgender women. It's less than half a percentage point. So when you have less than half a percentage point of the population, and then of that, how many of those are going to be elite athletes? It's like just a very, very, very small percentage of that are going to be elite athletes. So there are going to be so few elite transgender athletes that this is absolutely not an issue whatsoever. It's just simply not. And we are going to have a much, much harder issue with transhumanism than we are transgender women in sports. Absolutely. The joining with our robots, joining with our technology, having artificial limbs. Eventually we'll have hearts that pump blood faster. We'll have augmentations to our minds. All this kind of stuff is coming, and it's coming soon. Way, 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 way sooner than transgender women are going to take over sports. If you're really going to worry about something and fearmonger about something, then fearmonger about something that's much more likely to happen. It's just not going to happen. It's a non-issue. It's another way for them to use transgender people as a scapegoat to fearmonger over and to distract you from real issues. It's just fake. It's like the bathroom thing. It's just exactly like the fucking transgender bathroom issue. It's not a real issue. It's just something to scare you with. And can we all agree, at least on this one thing, can we all fucking agree that Stefan Mulenuts is a goddamn asshole? I think we can all agree on that. Here's his latest tweet about the abortion thing, and it's really galaxy brain. What's really happening? Abortion restrictions make casual sex more risky. Well, I mean, I guess that's true. If you get pregnant and you have an abortion, they could put you in jail for 99 years. So I guess it does make casual sex more risky, but that's not a good thing, isn't it? Like, this is a guy who continuously is against the government and authoritarianism, yet he thinks the government should go in and enforce this kind of thing that makes people have less casual sex. Like, how can you get more authoritarian in the government in your life than this when they're actually monitoring your sex? Craziness. Anyway, this raises the value of monogamy. Does it raise the value of monogamy? I don't know if it raises it. I think it cheapens the whole thing. It makes it all scary in some kind of 1984 dystopian, nightmarish, hellish future. If that's raising the value to you, okay. Monogamy raises the value of good women. Citation needed? I don't know. I'm not really sure about that one. How does monogamy make a woman better? Don't know about that one, Chief. Number 4, lazy women lose the value of providing casual sex. Okay. Why does having casual sex make a woman lazy? It just seems like you hate women, and you hate women having sex with people you don't approve of. This seems like exactly something Christians would say, even though you don't consider yourself a Christian. This is just puritanical bullshit, right? Number 5, men have less access to casual sex. Well, yeah, I guess. If you made abortion legal, men will have less access to casual sex. Not sure I'm on your side about this. I don't want less access to casual sex. That seems like a bad thing to me. I don't know. It's about cheap lays. Yes, it's all about cheap lays, folks. That's what this is all about. It's not about a woman having a choice on what she wants to do with her body. It's not about a woman not being forced to carry something in her body for 9 months that she doesn't want to carry. No, it's not about that at all. It's about cheap lays. That's what this whole thing is about. It's just about we're awful people who want to have all the cheap, dirty sex we can possibly have, and we don't want fucking abortion to be illegal because we basically use that as a form of birth control, right? We don't even use condoms or birth control or anything. We just knock each other up all day fucking long, fuck like rabbits, and then we have babies, and we make sure they're like 9 months old, and we carry them right up to the time that they're fully formed, and then we just suck their brains out because we're fucking evil, man. That's how much we love cheap lays. That's reality, isn't it? Nope, you're a horrible, horrible human being. Piece of shit. And another one from Wildgatas on Twitter, also known as Peter Norway. And this is hard to believe this is fucking real life. This is Roosh. You guys remember Roosh? He's like this Christian pickup artist, which is hard to believe that that's a real thing, but it is. And he's so strange. People call Mike Cernovich Weird Mike, Weird Roosh. I have arrived in the USA, and this is the first thing I see. And he takes a picture of this girl's ass, and he's like at a coffee shop, and he's just randomly taking pictures of girls' butts and stuff. Not creepy at fucking all. This guy is in no way a giant fucking weirdo. Talking about another guy that might need to have his visa revoked. What are you doing, dude? What is wrong with what she's wearing? What is wrong about any of this? She's just a girl standing there minding her own fucking business. Like, how big of a goddamn douche do you have to be where any of this is your business or bothers you? Seriously. And Peter Sweden is like, you could call it being irate. Them forcing you to watch them without clothes is a form of rape. Like, what are you guys even fucking talking about? Like, what is happening in your brains? Seriously. You guys have nothing of value to add to society whatsoever. It's just one stupid thing upon the next stupid thing. Just garbage. But yet you guys are so popular. It's just, it really is depressing. Really is depressing, fucking folks. And here's one from The Earth is Cat, which I don't know about that. But they want my opinion. Apparently the ACA has come out and they have backtracked a bit on their calling out of rationality rules for his, what I consider to be an irresponsible anti-trans video. And a lot of people felt the same way about it. But they basically come out and they've said, yeah, we fucked up. We called him out too early and we probably shouldn't have done that. We should have been more, I guess we should have been more understanding of his ridiculous, irresponsible anti-trans video where he misled people with horrible information in a video that is still up right now and is still being used to push hatred upon trans people for no good reason. One of the most vulnerable classes in our society. But hey, we're sorry to you for calling you out for doing that. But this is depressing to see. I don't think they did anything wrong. Like I said earlier, obviously, Rationality Rules is worthy of redemption. Totally. All he has to do is make a video explaining exactly why he was wrong and using that information to make himself better, right? Sure. That's all he has to do. But he hasn't done that. And it's perfectly understandable that they distanced themselves from someone they were working with who put out this video until he publicly corrects the record. That's exactly what they should have done. But they took so much shit. Like I said, the atheist community is not trans-friendly. We are not they are not trans allies at all. And so people like Matt Dillahunty and GM Skeptic, they came out against the ACA and they said they're wrong in doing what they did. And the ACA bowed to the pressure. They got sold out, like Matt Dillahunty, in my opinion, sold out the trans community. That's my opinion. Like, you don't have to like it. You can tell me I'm wrong. I understand. But in my opinion, he sent a message to the trans community that he will side with people that put out irresponsible anti-trans videos before he will side with the people that call them out for it. And GM Skeptic did the same thing, in my opinion. They all circled the wagons. And most of the atheist community did as well. Most of the atheist and skeptic community shit on the ACA for calling out Rationality Rules. They quit. They made videos against them. They dogpiled and they bullied them and they caved. And this is them caving and apologizing for something they shouldn't be apologizing for. You guys did the right thing to begin with. And it sucks that putting out an anti-trans video, an irresponsible, ill-researched, misleading anti-trans video that, like Rationality Rules did, is actually a great career move. It's been amazing for his career because now he gets to play the victim. Like, oh, I'm the victim that people called me out about this. And he's gotten tons of new subs for it. He's more famous now than he was, more rich now than he was, and he's absolutely had a boon to his career over it. And that's very depressing to me. Very depressing that bad behavior continuously gets rewarded in this world. And, you know, Matt Dillahunty, you should be ashamed, dude. You helped it happen, in my opinion. You should have stood up. You know, you're supposed to be the beacon for what humanism is in this world, and you failed miserably, in my opinion. So disappointed, Matt. Disappointed the ACA for backtracking. But, you know, what you gonna do? That's life. So let's shit on Tim Pool some more. Let me stop and read the super chats real quick. We'll come back and we'll shit on Tim in a minute. Always fun to shit on Tim. Shit on Tim, cause he's a fucking dick. Alright, let's see. $10 from CW? We appreciate you, Dusty. Did you see the Mother's Day video of the guy getting punched in the sushi restaurant? No, I didn't see that one. So I have to send that to me. I'll have to check that out. Appreciate it. And John Towery gave me $1 and said nothing. Alright. Well, that's in. Not many super chats tonight. You guys, please super chat me. Only way I'm going to continue to do the show. As I told you guys, I have lost a lot of money doing my regular shows. I'm not making any money. I'm actually losing money doing this show. And so if you guys want to continue to see me do the CODcast, I have to be supported. I have to pay for the Animal Sanctuary somehow. So please consider donating to my super chat. Hate to fucking e-beg. God, I hate that shit. It sucks having to do this every fucking week and beg for money, but like I don't know what else to do about it, right? Gotta do what you gotta do. Anyway, so first of all, Tim Pool goes on a mini rant about how much he hates fucking identity politics, and then he basically admits that he is involved in identity politics himself. Immediately self-owned. It's hilarious how little self-awareness this dude has. But you know, his grift is working. He's making tons of money. This guy's making how much is this fucking dude making off his grift? Like, it just makes me wonder. I mean, I know I didn't. I know I shouldn't have gone that route. I know that I'm doing the right thing, not going that route. But it's discouraging sometimes, to be honest with you. Anyway, let's see what he has to say.
If I look at your channel and 85% is criticisms that are what I would consider relatively niche in terms of their existence on the left, it doesn't strike me as someone whose priorities are center left to say, well, here's what I think 85% of my channel should be.
But here's the thing. Yeah. Tulsi Gabbard denounced identity politics outright with Michael Tracy. She said straight up, it's divisive, it's bad for us.
Okay.
Identitarianism is one of the biggest things that I have a problem with due to my family history being, I know it's kind of a meme, but mixed. And this comes from when we look at affirmative action.
But Tim, isn't that identity politics? You're saying your view on this is informed, you're against identity politics as informed by your identity.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I look at your... I'm a total fucking hypocrite. Yep. I use identity politics all the time. Yep. Pretty much everything I do is identity politics, and I call the other side out for the exact same thing I do. Yep. I'm a total hypocrite. Yep. Total hypocrite. But, like, who cares, right? No one's, like, my fans aren't calling me out for it. My fans are still supporting me. My subscriptions are still going up. My Patreon is still off the fucking chain. I'm still making tons of fucking money. Who gives a shit? No one gives a shit if you're hypocritical as long as you say what they want you to say. Isn't that right? And God. Here is him claiming that he's in the center, which is just so fucking stupid. All right.
I just took a glance at it before we went live. 85% of it.
He's just fucking calling him out. Fucking Pac-Man is just owning him and calling him out directly to his face. Exactly what he should be doing. Way to go, Pac-Man.
If my observation is that you're right, it seems about 2 to 5% of your channel is criticizing Trump. I just took a glance at it before we went live. 85% of it seems to be criticizing not just Democrats, but the left. So I want to hear you defend your position that you are center left, because like if somebody looks at my channel, it's obvious that I'm on the left and I'm a progressive. If you look at just my last 10 videos, my last 20 videos, my last 100 videos, whatever. When I pulled up your channel, I see Republicans push laws to end censorship, pro-Republican story. Facebook's purge of the right has begun.
Is that pro-Republican?
Yes,
I think it is. I mean, well, so
yes.
Let me get to that in a second. Let me explain. Yeah. So I'll give so conservative news added to blacklist. Conservatives are the victims. Leftist activists, not establishment Dems, but leftist activists force MasterCard to vote on banning the far right. The far right is the victim. Antifa planned armed disruption of U.S. border. It's the left that's causing violent chaos at the border. Censorship backfires on far left. Of course, far left is not establishment Dems. Another hate crime hoax exposed. That's, I mean, the hate crime, that's less politically, overtly political. Mueller report provides media, proves media is a fake news trash fire. Mostly a story being parroted by the right, although there are enclaves on the left that are saying that. So my view, Tim, is, and you know we've known each other for years, and this is not, this is just my assessment of what's on your channel. That about 85% of your content is going after the left. And I totally get criticizing the left from the left. Like, I do that as well. But the overall selection is selection of stories that to me seems as painting the right in a good light or as the victims, and choosing to go after relatively insignificant enclaves of the left. Tell me I'm wrong.
Well, no, the way you see it is the way a lot of people see it, and I think you have your opinion, your view.
Yeah. The reason we see it like that is because that's the way it is. I mean, not everybody is as stupid as your right-wing fan base that you've built up. I mean, we know why you keep calling yourself a liberal, because it gives you street cred to say, they can say, see, this is a liberal saying this. This is not even a Republican saying this. See, this liberal agrees with us. That's how crazy the left is. That's exactly why you do this. That's exactly why you and Dave Rubin and all you guys have done this grift. It's exactly the same grift Sargon did. Now, Sargon's now a candidate for a hard right-wing party. So he's kind of dropped that grift, that part of the grift a lot, but you're doing exactly the same grift that he did, and we see right through it. So it's insulting for you to continue to tell us that you're not doing this when everybody fucking knows you are. Just own it. Just fucking own it. Well, I understand why he's not. I say just own it, but I know if he owns it, then he'll lose a lot of money and a lot of his fan base, and he doesn't want to do that because he's not an honest person. He's a con man. He's a grifter. So I know why he doesn't do that, but it's annoying for them to continue to tell us things that we know for a fact is not true, because we can see they're not true with our own eyes, right? We see what you're doing. We see the content you're putting out. We know why you're putting it out. We know why you're doing what you're doing, and lying to us about it is just insulting to our intelligence. So fuck you, dude. Huge fuck you. Don't fucking insult my intelligence. Just be real about what you are. It's obvious what you are. And here's more. Let's see. Here's him talking to Secular Talk about it. His show is a safe space for conservative thought, and that's fine. But call yourself what you are. The tap dance fucking tedious and stupid. You know, this is somebody just call him out directly. You know, quit fucking bullshitting. Be honest about what you are. And Tim says, the context is usually like debate me and talking about Dave not hosting specific people, but he should definitely have you on, and think comes down to whether he thinks you talk issues or try to gotcha. What? No. Us liberals that want to go on fucking Dave Rubin's show and talk to him, yes, we want to call him out for the stupid things he's done and said. Yes, we want to call him out for the horrible people he works for and takes money for. Is that a gotcha? Okay, sure. Maybe that's a gotcha, but it's still very important. It still explains to people why Dave Rubin is doing what Dave Rubin is doing. Because he's a grifter and a con man who's doing it to make money, and pointing that stuff out is not a gotcha. It's completely relevant to the entire conversation of why he is doing what he's doing, why he is platforming the people he is platforming, like Stefan Mulenuts and Mike Sinovich. You know, it goes to the motive, to his motive behind that entire fucking thing. It's not just gotcha. That's the reason that he doesn't want anybody on the left to come on there that actually knows about him, that actually knows about his history, that can actually call him out on his bullshit. He wants like super celebrities, super left-wing celebrities that don't know anything about him, and he knows won't fucking call him out. Well, that's fucking bullshit, dude. That's fucking bitch shit, you know? Have somebody on there that'll call your ass out or shut the fuck up about how you'll talk to anybody, because you really won't. It's not about the ideas. It's not about the marketplace of ideas. You're just a fucking chicken shit. Anyway, I'm tired of Tim Pool. Fuck Tim Pool for today. Done with you, Tim Pool. And Atheist Pig says, why didn't I think of this? This is genius. This is the new grift from this televangelist. And, oh my God, the sad part is he will make millions of dollars doing this. That's the sad part. Or people like me struggling to get by, trying to save animals and shit, and I'll make like $18,000 a year, if that, and this guy will make millions and millions and millions just being a lying piece of shit. That's why it's so depressing how this world continues to fucking reward bad behavior. Okay, I'm trying not to be depressed. Let's listen.
They think we're crazy, but we're actually the sane ones.
Yes. We're the sane ones.
How many of you have been praying all across America? How many of you have been praying? This coin is our point of contact. When I asked the Lord why the coin, the Lord said, because when you take the coin, it's a point of contact. So your faith is being released with 1 million other believers to pray protection and peace and wisdom and counsel over the President of the United States and over his family.
So the all-powerful God needs a point of contact. The all-powerful God needs you to all be holding this coin and praying to this coin at the same time, because it amplifies your prayers somehow and makes them sent to God harder. And so the all-powerful, all-knowing God is more likely to hear you and do what you want him to do. I don't know. It doesn't make, like, prayer to begin with doesn't make any sense. Like, if God knew everything, if he was all-powerful, all-knowing, knew everything that was going to happen before it happened, and had an all-powerful, all-just, all-wise plan, why would you pray for something to be done that is not part of his plan? And if what you're praying for was already part of his plan, then it's already going to come true regardless if you're praying for it or not. So prayer is useless no matter how you look at it, except when you're trying to con gullible idiots out of their money by getting them to buy Trump coins. Isn't that right?
The teaching that is here, this coin as a point of contact, this 24-karat gold-plated coin. And by the way, I couldn't copy the Sanhedrin model. I told them I would do an original, so we found a nicer picture of the president to use. So we have our own version of it. But what we want to do is we want to be able to start, Jim, this movement. We've got 16 months. This battle for the future of America has already started. 16 to 18 months. We're already in it. We're in the battle right now. We need to be praying now and not captive to gloom or anxiety or fear, but channeling our optimism in the direction of God's begun a miracle. Let's keep that miracle going.
Oh my God, what the fuck? Like, seriously. Yep, folks, it's for the battle of all humanity. If you don't buy this fucking coin, the whole goddamn world could end. You must buy this coin and then hold it in your hand and pray towards it. Otherwise, Donald Trump will be defeated and the world will be destroyed. I mean, what a goddamn con. Like, these people, they just have no fucking morals or scruples in any way. They just don't give a shit about anything except for money, man. It's just
channeling our...
How the fuck do they get up in the morning time and look at themselves in the mirror and not think, holy shit, I should just blow my brains out because I'm such a fucking giant piece of shit? I guess I know why, because they're sociopaths and they don't really care about anybody but themselves. So they wake up and they look in the mirror and they're like, oh, I'm fucking awesome. Look at all these goddamn idiots I'm conning out of their money. I'm so fucking smart for conning these morons out of their money. Look how rich I'm getting because of it. That's exactly what they think. They just don't give a fuck. But like at the same time, like when... I have a hard time feeling sorry for people that get kind of their money out for things like this. I just don't want to see these assholes like get rich over it because they succeed over being bad, horrible human beings. So I wish like both sides could lose in a way. I wish they could lose all their money and also the people that are donating to them could lose all their money. And let me check the super chats real quick. Super chats. Lifeblood of the show is the super chats. Let's see. Enzu Mazaki, give me down on it. Says Tim Fool is a tool supported by progressives. They rule. Good rhyme. You're a poet and you know it. Reality Bites 499 pounds says thanks Dusty. Keep on keeping on. I will keep on keeping on. $2 from K Condor for the animals. Thank you. I will feed the money directly to the animals. I will shred it up and I will feed it to them in their food. I won't do that. I'm just kidding. HS Ross $10 Canadian. I think Bernie is clearly the best candidate. I agree. in the Democratic Party. How can anyone support Biden? I mean, I could support him if it was just him and Trump. If like Biden gets the nomination, then what are we gonna do? We gotta support Biden. Like, it sucks. It's shitty, but we ain't got no choice. But yeah, like anybody but Biden, except for Trump, basically. Even if Biden beats Trump, he'll cause another right-wing populist backlash in 4 years. How can stop Biden? I don't know if we can stop Biden. All we can do is keep pushing Bernie, and hopefully that people will wake up and see that Biden is not the best choice. I hate to even shit on Biden too much, because if we shit on Biden too much and then he actually is the pick, then we basically help Trump get elected again, which sucks. So it's a bad situation to be in overall, but hopefully we'll work it out. I don't know. We'll see what the fuck happens. Here you go. Just because. $2 from Callie. Thank you, Callie. Very kind. Appreciate it. Just because I love you. More super chats, please. No question dodge. Answer anything. And next up, apparently on the last show, JF. You guys know who that is? JF Garapi. Is that his name? Garapi. I think he has the word rape in his name. Not really 100% sure on that. But JF Garapi was on because I used his a thumbnail of his face in my last video. We're talking about how they mislead you by making it look like the trans athletes who are winning a few competitions are actually dominating the sports when they're actually not. Pretty much every example of trans people winning were 35 and over leagues, which basically is like your local seniors league for bowling. It's like if you went, like if you're a 65-year-old person that went to your local seniors bowling league and you scored the high score, and you're like, hey, I got a world record in my seniors bowling league, and people are like, hey, see, that trans person got world records. No, those aren't real world records. Real world records is like the person that overall had the best lift of everybody in the entire world, not somebody who happened to score the highest score in their senior bowling league. And that's basically what these masters leagues, where these 35 and over women go and do well, these trans women. And there could be reasons like these trans women do really well in like seniors leagues. It could be something along the lines of the fact that most cis women, or many cis women who are athletes in their youth, in their 20s and early 30s, have families and stuff, and so they can no longer keep up with what it takes to be a top level athlete. And trans women oftentimes don't have, children themselves or families, and they have more time to contribute to staying in shape into their mid 30s. And so that might be a contributing factor. I have no idea. Like, all this shit should be studied. I'm just doing thought experience, throwing ideas out. But anyway, so JF was on there and he was mad at me for, I don't know, for something or another. I don't really pay attention to him. He's not somebody that I think is a good faith person. He's not a good faith actor, somebody that should be taken very seriously. He's a really creepy guy. And I guess most people know that he got taken to court because supposedly there was this mentally unstable, I guess she's severely autistic or something. I'm not really exactly sure. But apparently she was ruled by the courts where she could not make decisions for herself properly, and JF tried to take her out of the state and impregnate her, and her family took him to court, and the word rape was thrown around. Like, I don't know about all that. I'm not really gonna comment about that too much. It is what it is. But anyway, apparently he has a new girlfriend that they call Mama JF. And I don't know if she has intellectual disabilities or not. I don't know if she's like the other girl and she also has intellectual disabilities. And either way, I'm not here to make fun of her about that, because I think that's low and cheap. And I don't have any evidence that she has any of these disabilities. Maybe she just has a speech impediment, or she's just doesn't speak English very well or something. I'm not really sure. But anyway, I'm worried about her. I'm legitimately worried about her because she's with this really fucking creepy guy, JF Garape. And she seems to have really bad mental issues, where she thinks this guy that JF is talking to is somebody who attacked her. She is so mentally ill that she literally thinks random people that he's talking to on his chat are real life attackers that attacked her. And so she comes on screen and she starts yelling at this guy for attacking her. And JF doesn't seem worried about it. This woman clearly needs some kind of help. She needs mental help immediately. And I would like to know what kind of help he is getting her, or if her family knows where she is, and if people know where she's at and she's being taken care of. It doesn't really seem like it. It seems like she has mental issues that are not being addressed. So let's take a look.
And says, this is what took place. These are the kinds of people they are. This is what we have to arrest. Is that Mama JF? I thought I heard something.
I mean, you're not getting to see her. She's getting removed from the video.
Anyhow,
he pushes her away. He's muting her and pushing her away. He's like, go on. Go on. She's trying to jump in the screen and she's trying to yell at him for attacking her because she is so mentally ill that she believes this random stranger he is talking to is her attacker. And JF is so unconcerned about it, he mutes and tries to push her away instead of like addressing, like she clearly needs help.
Anyhow,
I had to mute Mama JF because she was telling some mean things about no white guilt. I apologize. Everyone who's a fan of the show knows that Mama JF has an uncontrollable and irrational hate of no white guilt, and we don't hate her for it. It's just a brain spark that she has where she construes no white guilt as someone else. All right.
And then she comes right back.
He's trying to push her back. She's coming over there, and she's trying to continue to come over there and yell at the guy because she thinks he is her attacker because something is severely wrong with her.
All right. Sorry about that. All right. Lawrence Forbes says, does Mama JF really have an issue with no white guilt, or is she just fooling around? She has an actual issue.
You're going to mute her and push her away again because he's embarrassed of her.
Don't say anything violent.
No, I want to.
What do you have to say?
No, I get seriously. You tried to kill me, okay? And I'm fucking sick that you're fucking me with me. You always follow me everywhere, and
all right.
And you say you want to make spiritual movement, but you fucking tried to kill me for 3 years, okay? You're a fucking psychopath, man.
I mean, she clearly has something incredibly mentally wrong with her, which she thinks this guy's her attacker. She needs help. She doesn't need to be pushed away and laughed at and muted. She needs help. So like I said, does this woman's family know where she is? Does she know that this weird cult-like rapey, JF Grapey, whatever his name is, guy is treating her like this and not getting her the help she needs? It's just like, this is so weird and creepy.
No, but okay, so the answer to the super chat is that Mama JF mistakes no white guilt for someone who has committed acts of violence against her. So that's why you see her currently sad.
You're gonna mute her again and push her away again? Poor woman. Like, I just feel so bad for her. Like, she needs help. Like, this is the last human being in the world she needs to be with. This psychopath who doesn't give a shit, man. It's just, oh, this is so disturbing.
Mama JF has been the victim of an act of violence. It was not by no white guilt at all. She is confused, and because she is confused, she associates no white guilt with...
I'll mute her again and push her away again.
Okay, now I told her to not come back. You don't come back. So...
I mean, that is not how you treat somebody who is mentally ill like that. You get mad at her. You do not come back because he's embarrassing her. Oh, no, she's embarrassing him, rather, just because she's embarrassing you. But, dude, she needs help. Like, quit being a piece of shit for 5... I know you're a piece of shit. I know you're a giant piece of shit who does not give a shit about anything but making fucking money on the internet. But could you just, like, stop for, like, just a second and be, like, a human being for a second and realize this person that cares about you and loves you needs help immediately? Like, what is wrong with you, dude? How can you be like this?
She has been the victim of acts of violence that were not performed by no white guilt at all. However, as it is the case with some people who are victims of acts of violence, they have difficulties associating who did that to them, and they sometimes unfairly reproach the act to a random person. The random person that the brain of Mama JF has identified in the world is no white guilt. For some reason, he showed his face on a stream, and she thought that he is the one who hurt her. It is not. However, it is very hard to explain to a victim of crimes that the association that they've done in their brain is not the right one. So that is the full story. Again, I apologize, no white guilt, but I think he's got around to...
Just creepy as fuck, dude. Get help for your girl immediately. And somebody check on this girl, please, because, man, it's weird as fuck. And speaking of creepy weirdos, this pastor raped his adopted 14-year-old daughter, and he gets a lenient sentence because of his faith. The judge is basically like, yeah, you raped your 14-year-old daughter, but you've been doing good as a Christian. You're a good, solid Christian man, and I'm impressed, so we're only going to give you a little bit of jail time. Just fucking so goddamn depressing. Fuck, dude. Can you imagine what they would do to me? Well, obviously I wouldn't rape a 14-year-old girl, but can you imagine if this guy was an atheist? You know, they would put him in jail forever. The fact that he was a good atheist, he lived a good life, wouldn't come into it whatsoever. It's not something that they would even consider. So why is him being a good Christian something they consider? Like, this seems like that's unconstitutional as fuck. And if I were her, I would say if I was her parents, but I guess he is her parent. So horrible, horrible, horrible. And let's look at this religious grifter. Which one is it today? Okay, we already saw that one. Coin Dude. Coin Dude definitely is a religious grifter. What a grift. And, let's shit on Shapiro. For those of you who had Ben Shapiro on your little bingo cards or CODcast bingo cards, time to shit on Ben Shapiro. Remember when Ben Shapiro was all freaked out because fucking Obama made the White House like a rainbow? Our hate-filled president slaps religious Americans in the face in the name of love, using tax money for gay propaganda. Oh yeah, so much tax money went to this. Went to casting some lights on the fucking White House. Dude has no fucking problem with Trump spending, what, $100 million on vacations constantly, golfing continuously, making money for himself by having the Secret Service stay as his own resorts. No problem with that. Will 70 speaks about that, but shine some colored lights on the White House and you're using money for gay propaganda. And this person says, reminder that Shapiro is still violently homophobic. He just realized that being as openly hostile to gay people wasn't tolerated and moved on to trans people with the rest of the bigots. And that's exactly what happened here. That's why you're seeing so much of this trans hate lately. These same exact people used to do the same thing to gay people, but it's not socially acceptable anymore. Gay people have stood up with their gay pride, and they've been, more forcefully attacking bigots, and it's no longer cool to attack gay people anymore. So now it's suddenly cool to attack trans people. In the same exact way they used to attack gay people by making dishonest, misleading videos about them, propaganda against them. And as you see, the atheist community doesn't have much of a problem with it, in my opinion. They've shown not trans-friendly at all. But now we're talking about Ben Shapiro. There's another clip from, I think it was it David Pakman? I think David Pakman pointed out how Joe Rogan accidentally owned Ben Shapiro.
I've got some clips.
And I'm not going to play what Pakman says about it. I'm just going to play the actual clips themselves. I don't need Pakman talking because I'm talking. But Pakman does an excellent job with this whole thing. And you should go watch Pakman's video if you want to hear more about this. Good job, Pakman. Sorry I'm not listening to you. But here's a clip from Joe Rogan from Shapiro.
And Ben Shapiro says very clearly he doesn't like naturalistic explanations for this stuff. Check it out and pay really close attention here to what Ben Shapiro says.
Like, the very reason to have a commandment is because certain people in your community are behaving in a particular way, presumably.
Right.
There's no commandment not to take your head and shove it in a meat grinder.
Well, this is also the argument against pork, is because they didn't understand trichinosis. They didn't understand you have to cook the meat to 145 degrees and pork parasites, which are very dangerous for people.
So I'm not a huge fan of naturalistic explanations for religion.
Don't you think that's a good one, though, for pork?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I think you could make an argument, maybe.
Okay. Ben Shapiro says very clearly.
Very clearly. He doesn't like naturalistic justifications.
Explanation for no, that's not a Jewish belief.
Okay. So anyway,
and here he gives.
Sorry, David Pakman. I should have just let you explain it. Anyway, he says very clearly he doesn't like naturalistic explanations for things, and then he turns around immediately and says this:
a naturalistic explanation 90 seconds later.
Do you think he was resurrected?
No, that's not a Jewish belief.
Okay, I just want to check.
Yeah, no, we're not into
we're
not into miracle stories. No, that's
no?
No.
You don't have any miracles?
No, not by Jesus. Right? No? They're ones in the Old Testament.
Ones?
Yeah, you've got Moses splitting the sea and all that.
What do you think happened there?
What do I think happened there?
Yeah.
Well, I'll go with the Maimonidean explanation that there was, it says in the Bible there was a strong east wind. So there's a naturalistic explanation for a physical phenomenon.
That makes sense.
I mean, that's what Maimonides is constantly trying.
He just said he does not like naturalistic explanations for biblical stuff, and then he just put forth one. That's what a hypocrite this guy does. He contradicts himself continuously. It's because his ideas are not well thought out. His arguments are not well thought out. It's just religious bullshit and funny to watch himself on. Thank you, David Pakman, for pointing that out. And next story up, you guys know who Faith Goldy is? Faith Goldy is like one of these right-wing, alt-right grifters. So let's look up some of the shit Faith Goldy is, just so you guys will have some context on what kind of character Faith Goldy is. Let's look up Faith Goldy on Rational Wiki. Rational Wiki is always a good place to. Let me type in Rational just so you guys can see. Rational Wiki is a site that I recommend. A lot of people don't like it, but because they think it's too left wing, but it does a great job. Like you can just, they have sources for everything they say, so you can just check out to see what they're saying is true, and it almost always is, as far as I could tell. Anyway. Although Goldy has rejected being called as alt-right, sure, her talking points mirror those of the alt-right. Diversity is political correct code for non-white. Other examples include her scaremongering about people being replaced by foreigners. She's one of these that spreads the Great Replacement. Of course, she hangs out with Lauren Southern, the one that has the second most popular video in the world about the Great Replacement, white genocide, and she hangs out with Identity Europa, rather, which is a white nationalist group. So, yeah, she's a white nationalist. Other examples include her scaremonger about people being replaced by foreigners, calling people beta, cucks, and globalists, which is always awesome, complaining about degeneracy, opposing cultural Marxism, which it really exists, and accusing every organization she doesn't like of being Soros-funded. Let's see. Anyway, basically alt-right, alt-light adjacent, white supremacist, total bitch. So she's mad at Lauren Southern, because Tommy Lauren. She's mad at Tommy Lauren because Tommy Lauren came out against the abortion bans. Tommy Lauren, who is also a giant piece of shit ourselves, but occasionally giant piece of shit get it right, but I don't think she should be praised because, there's lots of other people that haven't put out incredibly bad takes forever who also haven't said good things, so she doesn't deserve a pat on the back just for saying one good thing. But anyway, Faith J. Goldy is pissed off at her for coming out against the abortion ban, so Faith J. Goldy says, "You're 80 IQ. It doesn't save a life. Take is anti-Christian, anti-family, and anti-freedom, as all liberty depends on life. More dangerous methods? Nothing dangerous about Christ placing a quarter between your knees. Those are my final thoughts." So she's basically like, "You whores, you just want to fucking have abortions because you're sluts that don't want to keep your legs closed." So anyway, turns out this girl who's really interested in about keeping people their knees shut, she's also gone around and giving speeches about the dangers of sex education. Abstinence only. That's the only thing that works. Abstinence only. Sex education, right? Sex education's evil. Well, it turns out this chick who thinks that women that don't keep their knees together are whores had an affair with Richard Spencer, white nationalist, white supremacist, shithead, the current leader of the white supremacy alt-right movement on the internet, when he was dating... I think he was dating this woman right here. No, he's dating Megan Penguin, she's a chick that calls herself a liberal, but she's dating, the most famous white supremacist in the world. You're so liberal, aren't you? These stupid bitches. To them, it's like it's hot. It's like, hey, he's a nice guy, all except for him being, the biggest white supremacist in the world. But that's kind of hot because it's wrong. I'm not supposed to be with him, so it's hot. Anyway, while she was, I guess, engaged to him, Faith J. Goldy fucked him. They fucked. Yeah, and Faith J. Goldy, I think, also was engaged to somebody, if I'm not mistaken. So anyway, they're just fucking, laying all the tea out. I think that's the new phrase, laying the tea out or spilling the tea or whatever the fuck the new phrase is. Basically, it means you're just airing all your dirty laundry out. So her friend went public and was like, let's see. Placing a quarter between your knees is rich, coming from someone who fucked Spencer in Charlottesville. This was during the Unite the Right rally when one of his little white supremacist minions killed Heather Heyer with his car. So while this was going on, he was fucking Faith Goldy and cheating on his spouse. That's awesome, isn't it? Placing a quarter between your legs is rich, coming from someone who fucked Spencer in Charlottesville. Were you engaged to your now husband at that point, or just dating? Your crucifix could use a rinse of holy water. Abusing it to hide your sins doesn't come consequence free. And then this is Megan Penguin. This is Richard Spencer. I guess current. I don't know if they're married yet or they're just dating still or engaged or whatever. But she basically comes out and says, "Yep, this is totally true. I'm a Democrat and I approve this message. This actually happened. You fucked my man. You who claims people that don't have a quarter between their knees are fucking whores. You're out there fucking other people's dudes while you have yourself a fucking boyfriend. You have no reason to talk. You're a goddamn hypocrite." And normally I wouldn't give a shit. I don't care about their people's sex lives. I don't care if she fucked Richard Spencer or not. Whatever. But when you're a hypocrite about it, when you're coming out pretending like other women are whores who have casual sex and you're not, we see right through you, Faith Goldy. Do as I say, not as I do. It's always what it is with these people. It's a different set of rules for them. It's easier for them to virtue signal. That's how they do. And, yeah, this is more of it. I guess I already showed you that. Let's see. Yeah, more of that. All right, this went popular. It's kind of interesting to look at these viral pictures and videos, these things people like spread real heavily, and see why people take offense to it. So somebody spread this video of this girl at a baseball game, and I guess she was just like taking pictures of herself, right? And it totally went viral. 11.6 million views.
Literally saying, look at me. It's every instant. I've never seen anything like this. That is how you do it, though. You don't miss the moment.
And everybody's making fun of her for coming out here and taking pictures of herself at a baseball game. Ooh, this is what society has become. It's just girls doing this and shit. And but then the guy who made fun of her, actually, he got made fun of himself. People ripped him apart, and it actually turned on him because this girl is a model, and she's just doing what models do. She's fucking modeling. This is how Instagram models make money, all right? Don't hate the player, hate the game. She's just doing, you know, what it takes. This is exactly how the whole system is set up. She didn't set the system up. She didn't cause any of this to happen. She just understands how the game is played, and she's out there taking pictures during, like, before the game begins. Totally fucking normal. And like I said, at all times, when you're trying to judge how you feel about stuff like this, ask yourself the question, are they hurting anybody? Is this chick really hurting anybody? I may think it's kind of silly that she's out there doing this, but she ain't hurt no fucking body. Is this really something that she needs to be publicly shamed for? And so that's what happened. This got seen almost 300,000 likes for this person saying, look, men who talk shit on girls taking pictures on themselves are the same men who thirst over the same type of girls on Instagram. Shut up and let her live. Yeah, like shut her, live her life. And this girl, actually, after this happened, I heard that she had got like 50,000 new followers on Instagram because they made her famous. Trying to make fun of her. It backfired big time. So yeah, you know, let people have fun, let people live their lives, and you don't have to fucking be goddamn a critic about every fucking thing. I mean, there are some things that you can just let go. If it's something that she's hurting people over, it's an issue that people are being harmed over, yeah, that's stuff that you want to be critical about. But little bullshit like this, nah, you're just being a busybody. Mind your business. She ain't hurt nobody. She cute too. Call me, girl, call me. But don't really, because I ain't really got time for you. But, you know, just play call me. And this one's from James Potter. And a big shout out to Lena Headley, who made $1 million an episode this season for standing at a window drinking a glass of wine. She's an icon. Yeah, hero to us all. Wish I could make $1 million an episode like sitting at a window smoking weed. She ain't really done shit this season, but she's still raking in the money. So good for you, girl. Spend it well. You are a hero to us all. And next up is Jason Campbell. And this is a video clip from Sebastian Gorka, who used to be one of Trump's minions. He may still be one of Trump's minions. He used to work for Trump. But he's out here to tell us that because a gay wedding is happening, all of society is going to be destroyed forever. Not hyperbolic or over the top in any way whatsoever. So let's have a listen, shall we? Do it. Do it.
That's been the left, from Robespierre to Trotsky to Marcuse to Alinsky to Clinton to Obama to today. Civil society doesn't exist. Friendship doesn't exist. Family doesn't exist. Only permanent revolution. Have you seen what I posted on my Twitter feed with regards to family? Arthur is a children's cartoon. I think it's actually made with your money. PBS. Oh, my children used to watch Arthur 15 years ago, about a rodent-like creature that lived and had fun in his cartoon world. The new season of Arthur will have one of Arthur's teachers at school, a male teacher married to a fellow male rodent.
Oh, man. Think of the children. Think of the children.
Did you have any questions about there being a culture war, ladies and gentlemen? Did you have any doubt in your mind? This is a war for our culture, and that's why we exist here.
Oh, God, yes. The culture is going to end because a cartoon character is married to another male. Like, what the fuck? Is this really what you guys have to worry about? We have global warming that could possibly end all life on Earth. We have, you know, $1 trillion in tax cuts for billionaires. We have abortion bans, right? Abortion bans are fucking going to make women who have an abortion do more jail time than their rapists. And you're worried about a goddamn cartoon. This is the kind of distractions that these conservatives continue to try to shove down. We're talking about culture war. There is a culture war, a fake culture war, where you continue to try to distract us with this minutia bullshit while you guys rape our fucking society with all this bullshit you're doing. It's just so irritating. How can anybody fall for this shit? Seriously. And I guess we're going to finish it up. How long we done? Oh my God, we're already 2 hours and 41 minutes into the show. Holy shit. Time sure flies. Going to read the super chats one last time, and then I'm going to finish up with a religious bullshit segment. People seem to love the religious bullshit segment. Religion is crazy as fuck. But we're doing what we can. Trying to destroy it as best we can. Large Marge says BDS. BDS. I know what that stands for, but I can't. Something big dick syndrome. What does that stand for? Let me look. Can't recall. BDS. Don't say. I don't know what that means. So, and it's not telling me. BDS is anti-Semitic rules, German. Okay. Don't know what that has to do, but thank you for the money. Maybe you'll explain that to me. I think I'm too stupid to understand what the fuck you're talking about. My bad. Just got in here off work. Oh, hell no, JF. Yeah, I know. That's some crazy ass shit with JF, right? What the fuck, dude? Somebody need to check on that poor girl. What a creepo. This is a gift. This is gift for you coming to the vegan club. I appreciate that. It's $20 from JT. Yeah, man, I've been having a real easy time with the veganism stuff. Yesterday we made taco salad. I make this huge fucking thing of taco salad, and it's meatless. It has the fake meat that I think Morningstar Farms puts out, but it's so good, so fattening. I can only eat it like once a month because every time I eat it I gain like 3 pounds because I make such a large amount. I know it's salad. It seems like it would be healthy, but it's not. But man, I've been really enjoying the fucking veganism thing. Had no problem whatsoever, and I think a lot of you could switch a lot easier than you think you could. A lot easier than you think. I really encourage it. Tamama gave me $43.21. That's a strange amount, but I really appreciate it. It's very generous. Thank you very much. I think Ben gets away with contradicting himself every other sentence because his voice so easily turns into a drowning BG noise.
Yeah, Ben Shapiro talks like this. It's very annoying.
Anyway, have some money for the kiddies. I hardly ever catch the live show, so giving extra. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, man. I'm still saving up to buy them a cat condo. Their other cat condo is kind of fallen over because they have just used the fuck out of it. So we're going to give them another cat condo, and we're going to give their old cat condo to the new kittens. So they're going to like get their hand-me-downs because we have 2 different sections of kittens. We have I told people before, we bought like this old house, this 100-year-old house that used to be divided off into 4 different apartment complexes. So one of the apartment complexes, one of the apartments here is for the dogs, and then 2 of the different apartments for cats. They're in 2 different sections, so they're kept separate. So anyway, definitely going to use that to buy a cat condo, and that's very generous. Really appreciate it. Thank you a lot. To Mama, very generous. $20, another $20 from JT. Take my money. I will, JT. I will take your money, and that is very kind of you. I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. And Sophia Lupstrom gave me $20. It's not South Korea. It's Sweden. That's right. I think I figured this out. Love you guys in Sweden. I think Sweden fucking rocks, and you're very generous. I appreciate it. Sweden meatball money. She even told me. Swedish meatball money for the dogs. I can't eat meatballs, but the dogs can, so maybe I'll buy some meatballs for the dogs, and I really appreciate that. And $2 from Ball Ripper. You are a good man. I appreciate that. I don't know how much of a good man I am. I'm a normal, decent person. I don't think I'm that great and don't need a pat on the back just for being a normal, great person, but I do appreciate that. Very kind. And we're already 2:45 into this, so I'll skip over this one and go to this one. Oh, this is just Reddit shit. Where is my other shit? What did I do with it? Okay, I don't know what happened to it. I had all my religious bullshit stuff, and it is not even in this folder, so I guess I will skip the religious bullshit story tonight and do that next episode. And I will just finish it up with this Reddit shit. So anyway, this is not how you stack eggs on the shelf. So if you're ever wondering, hey, what is the incorrect method for stacking eggs on the shelf? This guy's going to teach us all exactly what not to do. So I was like, hey, here we go. And no, now you got eggs in your face. Now you got all the eggs all over your face, all of it. And he's like, what do I do? How do I can't move because if I move, the eggs will fall. Somebody help me. Can you, a little help here? Somebody want to sweep this up a little bit? Hello? Hello? But no, dude, you fucked. You're going to lose some eggs. Sorry. I feel sorry for the chickens. Their babies had to die for nothing. Didn't even get a good meal out of it. And there's a Trump tweet for everything. Oh, Trump tweet says the president is going to start a war with Iran to get reelected. No, that sounds familiar, doesn't it? That sounds just like somebody I used to know, right? But yeah, that's exactly what Trump said. Trump said that Obama was going to attack Iran in order to get reelected. And that's exactly what he did. That's exactly what he's doing. It seems like we're going to go to war with Iran. Hopefully not. Hopefully cooler heads will prevail. But they're definitely beating the war drums to go to war with Iran, and it will be a disaster. Just like the Iraq war is, there's always trillions of dollars to kill people, but there's not trillions of dollars to save American lives with universal health care. 45,000 Americans are dying every year due to lack of health care. That's just one fucking issue. Why is there always money to kill brown people, but never fucking money to save our own lives? It's just so frustrating. How can you people not see how evil fucking Republicans are? They're evil. They are fucking evil. So frustrating. And here's a video of a frog that caught a firefly. Poor firefly. He just minding his own goddamn business, and now he in a fucking frog belly. And he's like, hello out there. Hello, can anybody help me? Then I can't wait till a snake comes along and eats them both. It's like, that's not helping. That is not helping. Yeah, go, play. Let's see it. Yep. Blink. Blink. Anybody out there? Little help, please. I am being digested slowly. Little help, please. No, sorry, firefly, you dead. But I don't think fireflies are good for frogs to eat anyway. I think that is bad for you. So frog may get a little indigestion there. That'll teach you. And you ever wondered to yourself, hey, what is the absolute worst way to put a boat into the water? It would be this. It would be this. It would be running over yourself with your car as you try to put your boat in the water. No, that is not how you do that. No. All of the wrong. All of the wrong. Need to set your brake, buddy. Need to set your brake. It's the little things in life. Step one, set your brake. And I'm going to ride my BMX bike off the top of a building. What the fuck could possibly go wrong if I decided to do that? I'm sure it'll go fine. No, it didn't go. It didn't go very well for you. Now you're smashed into the pavement like a bug on a windshield. That's exactly what you would expect to happen. Gravity, and now you're out. Yep, you're not a very smart person. You are a dumb human being who is unconscious now, and we can make fun of you forever. But hey, I guess that was brave, for whatever that's worth. And this is from Black People Twitter. Whatever that is. I used to think Black People Twitter was like literally a different website. I used to think there was like a different website for black people and Twitter. But no, I was just being stupid. And the average rapist gets 5 to 7 years. Abortion could get you 10 years. A miscarriage, if found guilty, could get you 30. Weed could get you 10 to 20. The math ain't mathin'. Ain't that the goddamn truth? This is what happens when you get conservatives in power. Nothing fucking makes sense anymore. Everything is goddamn topsy-turvy. Okay? Nobody should be fucking going to jail for weed. No one should be fucking going to jail for miscarriages or abortions. God damn it, Republicans, come the fuck on. And those of you supporting Republicans, come the fuck on. Enough already. And we're about done here. Let's finish it up with this one. Here is Stevie Wonder without his glasses. And you know what? I always suspected Stevie Wonder didn't need those fucking glasses. You fucking lying, Stevie Wonder. Fucking knew it. Fraud. He perfectly fine without those glasses. So anyway, I'm just ashamed of Stevie Wonder. Seen right through it the whole fucking time. And that's it. That's pretty much all I have for this show. Let me finish up with the super chats and then I'll end the show. BDS, boycott, divest, sanction Israel for right-wing government prosecuting Palestinians and destroying chances for peace by building settlements and such. Okay, I totally agree with that. I'm on board. More. $10. They want me to keep doing the show. I wish I could find... I would do the fucking religious bullshit segment if I remember where the fuck I put it. I bookmarked it, but I don't see any of the bookmarks in my bookmark section, so it's possible they got bookmarks somewhere else, and I would have to search through all my fucking bookmarks to find it, and I don't really see that happening, to be honest with you. I don't think I have too many fucking shows. So anyway, I'm just going to end the show, and I'll do it next time. We already did 3 hours. That's good enough. Let me finish up the super chat. Super chats. What do you guys think about the Snapchat filters over here? Is that something I should continue doing, or is that so annoying that I should never do this again? Should I never do Snapchat filters again? Is this too disturbing for you? You guys let me know what you think about the fucking Snapchat filters. Yeah. All right. Let me finish it up. Take my money. 100. Is that a pound or what is that? I don't know what kind of money that is. 100 somethings. Not really sure what that is, but really appreciate it. That is very, very generous. Let me look that symbol up. Maybe it'll tell me on Google. Google's amazing because all you gotta do is go over here and like paste and search for everything. It tells you exactly. That's 111.67 United States dollars. It's euro. Okay, that's the euro. All right, good to know. A euro is worth 1.1167 US dollars. All right, awesome. That is a great donation. I really fucking appreciate that. Very, very generous. Thank you very much. And so anyway, that's the show, folks. That is the fucking show. Hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, patreon.com for just CODcast. See, no one donated during the show. That's cool. After the show's off, maybe you guys will go donate a little, $5, $2, $3, whatever it takes. It's only a month. You guys can support this show. You love it, right? I'm doing a great podcast. And if you guys enjoy the show, please consider telling your friends about it. You know, just say something like, hey, Dusty Smith is doing the greatest podcast in the history of mankind. Check it out. I don't want to put more words in your mouth, but something like that would be great. And I will be back Monday, 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern. I'm not changing the time of the show yet. I'm going to still keep it at the same time because that's what I feel like is the best thing to do. And as always, kind words are form of currency. Feel free to share them freely. And until next time, I'll be back. I love you guys. I will see you soon. Logic. Fuck yes, motherfuckers. Thank you guys so much for supporting this show. I'm having a great time doing it, and I will see you soon. Love you guys. Thank you.